It's time for Salem Tiger football on KSMO Media. Before every broadcast, you can hear Tiger Talk, brought to you by Katie Carty and Candy Mink at Looking Glass Salon and Alicia Watson at Fly & W Boutique, where head coach Neil Myers discusses the evening's contest with Stan Stevens. It's now time for Tiger Talk on KSMO Media.
Welcome to Tiger Talk. Stan Stevens, Coach Neil Myers, Coach Salem Tigers and Willow Springs Bears met up for a homecoming game here in Salem, Missouri, and it was definitely a homecoming game. A very good, interesting game, but basically a tale of two halves and then an overtime. Coach, you go to the first half, one team, second half, another team, and then overtime. It was a very impressive job by the Salem Tigers.
I would definitely say you are correct with the tale of two different games because each half was a completely different team that showed up. And, I think there was part of it that we came out, even though we talked about not being lackadaisical, I think we kind of came out that way, and we came out thinking that we were just going to stomp a hole in whoever we were going to come play. And that wasn't the story of the first half by any means. I think we had 12 total yards rushing in the first half. I mean, that's just not going to cut it if you think you're going to stomp somebody down. But coming out of halftime, I think the boys kind of got their minds together and got it figured out that, hey, we've got to come out and handle this. It's not going to be a cakewalk, and made some adjustments at half and came out. And hats off to the boys. They came out ready to play and ready to hit.
Those turnovers, again, they kind of thwarted Salem Tigers in the first half. The interception turns into a touchdown, and then the Tigers are driving, and they turn the ball over. And again, we stop Willow Springs. We get the fumble. Next play, we turn right back over to them. So, but we did have a couple of fumbles. And when I say that we did not lose, which is that's a positive. Sometimes somebody says it's a positive. It's a positive. We didn't lose it. We actually held on to the ball. But holding on to the ball in that first half was still an issue for the Salem Tigers.
It has been, and we have harped on it and gone over it nonstop in practice. Last week it got to the point where every time they dropped the ball, it was 15 up downs. So I think at one point our offense was getting pretty wore out, and because it was happening in practice, and we live by the motto that you're gonna play like you're gonna practice, right. And that was kind of the mindset we wanted to change. The running backs have all heard it from us from the beginning that high and tight, 4 points of pressure. You've got the ball up in there. When you get into a crowd, you cover it up both hands, and unfortunately, it's not. We're saying it till we're blue in the face. We're acting on it like we're crazy, and then it's not translating into the game side of everything as well. So it was nice to see that even though we had put the ball on the ground, that it wasn't picked up, and it was beautiful to see that it wasn't a one hop into some defender's hands and heading to the other end zone.
But the thing about the Salem Tigers offense could not get untracked in that first half, and we're going to talk about the offense here in our first part of Tiger Talk. But in the second half, it was a whole different story. And I hate to say, but the offense played off the defense. The defense was very good. We're going to talk about that in the second part, Tiger Talk, just how good they were. But they forced Willow Springs Bears. First, the kickoff. That was a big play. I had three big plays in this game. One, the kickoff that eluded their man and going back to the 2-yard line. We down them. We get a 5-yard penalty, which I know had to kind of gripe your soul a little bit as we have them deep in the zone. But anyway, the defense held. We got the ball back at the 35-yard line after a very nice punt, and we go on one of those old-time patented Salem Tiger drives, just one play at a time, 3, 4, 5 yards, get down the field, took time off the clock, and then scored a touchdown. And that had to feel pretty doggone good. You inserted Will Land in there, and he had some big running yardages for you. But everybody seemed to be a little bit more relaxed. They seemed to play, and the offensive line seemed to be opening up some nice holes, and the guys were all backing each other. And that was what the most impressive thing was in that second half. They were all playing for each other.
That's the big thing right there. When they start playing for each other, it's a whole new level of play. But you're right. I mean, let's give credit where credit's due. First half, I didn't think our O-line showed up. Second half, I thought our O-line showed up and add a couple more, because that's what it felt like when they were going out there. They were just pulverizing and moving people as we went and doing what we needed to be done. It was nice to go out with the feel, coming off the field defensively, knowing that, hey, we're going to move the ball now. So, defensive guys that aren't out there on offense, get you a break and get you some water and get ready to go. But it's nice to have that from an offensive standpoint. Not just the moving of the ball. I mean, obviously that's the number one thing we want, but having that buy-in and those guys all playing for each other, I think it changes the mindset for a lot of them a lot of times.
And keeping our offense on the field for extended period of time, I think it was a 6.5 minute drive. And when you start looking at a drive like that, that's taking away more than half of that quarter. And after Willow Springs had failed to move the ball, so there's only like 3 minutes left in that, basically the third quarter. When you score, you think, okay, very good. Now we just got to hold them again. And that's exactly what the Salem Tiger defense did. And then all of a sudden, they kicked the ball off. I mean, they kicked the punt. We get it down at, guess where? 35-yard line. And we do it again.
35 was our number.
It really was.
But no, I mean, again, it just felt, but there was an aura of a feeling on the sideline that in that second half that, hey, offense, let's go. We're not getting stopped this time. And I even think it kind of even went off into the crowd a little bit. I think even the crowd was like, hey, the offense is coming. And I think part of that, too, was I think we really started to wear Willow Springs down. And that's what we started to see. And we talked about that at halftime, that, guys, you're wearing them down. They're getting wore down. It's going to come. Believe in it. Trust it as you come back out.
And then they, obviously we get the second touchdown, another Will Land touchdown, and then we have a chance. We stop Willow Springs again, and then we have that chance to win a game going down to the wire. And unfortunately for us, another fumble. But I'll give Mr. St. Paul all the credit in the world. He was trying everything he could to get to that end zone with that clock running, and it just couldn't get there without that ball coming out the 2-yard line.
We had a little bit of chaos on the sideline at that point because a lot of our coaches and our players did not realize that. They thought he was down by contact, so they didn't think it was going to be a turnover on downs. And for some reason, luck be whatever it may be, but the angle I was sitting at, I saw the ball get poked out. So as we were going, that's why if you saw me on the sideline, I was not going crazy about it because I knew there was a fumble. I knew they had recovered it, but I also knew that it was a live fumble, that it wasn't hey, he's down by contact.
But what an effort. Yeah, I mean, to fight his way that close to the goal line.
And that's what I was going to say with Gavin. I've had other people ask, say something about him fumbling it down there, and I just put it simply. I said, I don't fault the man at all. Here's Gavin working his tail off, trying to get into that end zone. He knows the time. He's that type of player. I don't doubt him. I give him all the credit in the world. He was going to score. That was his goal. And he knew what needed to be. He wanted to close it out before overtime. So there's no fault there by any means.
And with no timeouts for the Salem Tigers, 7 seconds left on the clock when they recovered the fumble. Just not enough time. And even if he would have gone down, the clock does stop for the first down, but only momentarily. You got to get everybody up there and spike the ball. So, I mean, and our guys ready and aware to do that. I mean, most teams have a 2-minute drill. I know you guys go through a 2-minute drill. I'm not saying you don't. But a lot of times you're so excited by the great play that he made, you're not thinking about that clock.
No, and actually that was the other funny part. That it's funny that you bring that up because I was laughing about it with our coaches on the sideline a little bit at that point because trying to just calm everybody down and get them ready for the next piece of it. And I said, guys, I don't think it would have mattered. We had half of our offensive line trying to line up on the numbers. And I get it. They're excited. They're wanting to go play. They're trying to do the right thing. I don't, again, fault them for that. But I just laughed because I said, well, we couldn't run a play from the numbers. It would have gone over to the hash. So, again, credit where credit's due. The effort by the kids going into that last play, I don't discredit anybody there because it was all heart. It was trying to do what the right thing was. Nothing wrong in my eyes there.
And then in overtime, obviously, you just went back to that same formula, and then a little tight end slant, and you got the lead. But the really nice thing was the Tigers never showed that slant at all. You didn't even know it was coming. Willow Springs didn't know it was coming. Nobody knew it was coming, and all of a sudden Titus just slips out. He's wide open, and Hayden hits him with that pass. Pretty thing to see, Coach, but again, in overtime, we started at 25, and we methodically started moving toward that goal line.
Yeah, we had kept that. That was actually the same play that we ran to. That was the same pass to Gavin that happened in the fourth quarter that he got there in the overtime. And, we've had that in our pocket. I think we showed it against
Houston.
Houston was who we showed it against, was the only other time. But the problem with it is it's a setup play like that. We look for it. There's things that we look for. And we just felt like they thought we were going to attack them with the run up and down the field. And actually the second on the 2-point, you saw the second variation of that. And hats off to Mr. Ragsdale for giving a nice little touch pass right over the hands, and Paxton making a heck of a grab and putting it in there for a 2-point.
That's just absolutely a sweet touch on that ball. Just lay it up there and say, Paxton, just grab it. That's all you got to do, dude. It was nice. And, I was kind of wondering if you go for 2, but that's a big play because now Willow Springs, even if they did score, had to go for 2 instead of just stopping for an extra point. And they do have a fairly decent kicker over there, Willow Springs. So kind of surprised he missed the first extra point, but he did. And, so it all worked out for the Salem Tigers. They get that nice 20-12 win in overtime. When we come back on Tiger Talk, we're going to talk about the defense side because there were some other incredible plays that we want to talk about on the defensive side. We're going to get to those when we return on Tiger Talk in just a moment.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Now back to more of Tiger Talk on KSMO.
Welcome back to Tiger Talk. Stan Stevens along with Coach Neil Myers. Coach Salem Tigers defense played an outstanding game against the Willow Springs Bears. Yes, Willow got 2 touchdowns in the first half. Again, both coming off turnovers. We've seen points off turnovers all year. Nothing new there. But really, they had a short field on the first one. They really only had one super good drive that they scored on. They had another drive in which we had an outstanding defensive play for a sack on 4th down. Mr. Gavin Sapal getting back there and really taking care of Aiden Lee. That was big play number 1. When you see that play, realizing he read that play right off the bat, he was in their backfield before they knew what to do. Coach, that's just paying attention to what's going on the field, isn't it?
It is, and I also give a lot of credit to Gavin on that as well. We sent him on a blitz on that, and he knows that when he goes on that blitz, he's got the outside contain. And I remember the play as if it just was yesterday. And here he takes off running. He breaks off to the outside. And in my mind, I'm thinking, Gavin, please hold the outside. Please hold. And Gavin goes up there and gets a hold of him. And, that's a big momentum changer right there.
Yeah, that's like a 16-yard loss.
Yeah.
Because Aiden Lee tried to get away from him. And that changed, to me, that was the first change in the game. The second change is when Aiden Lee had a big hole to go through in the second half, right on their first drive, and Smith came and clocked him. He carried the ball 2 more times after that. He didn't want to carry that ball anymore. And that kind of hit, Coach, changes a game.
You guys get to hear it. You and the fans get to hear it. We hear it on the sideline. When you hear that pop and a sudden drop by somebody, that type of hit is, again, just like Gavin's tackle before, that's a momentum changer because that gets the entire defense, that gets the sideline wound up. And Drake did. He came in, filled it nicely, came in on the backside. And the nice part is Drake's fast enough and athletic enough, and he's only a freshman. And he comes flying in. And Aiden, I don't think, knew he was coming.
Oh, no, he didn't see him.
I think he went to cut it up inside, and Drake said, nope, we're not going there.
Dang.
Again, nice play, great hit, definitely a momentum changer right there as well.
It just changed the way that he approached, Aiden Lee, that is, approached the game. He was using that run to bail himself out when he couldn't pass. And all of a sudden, he didn't want to run that ball anymore up the middle. And it almost looked like Smith was acting like a spy, just kind of watching him out there. Didn't know if that was our intention. But, boy, he sure took it upon himself not to let him get that run again.
Well, and that was part of defensively. We noticed that Aiden liked to get out and run, and he's got some great legs. We knew that. Going to be great, for as long as he keeps playing. But
yeah, 2 more years.
That's the scary part, right? But then here's Drake. He's got those wheels. We had talked about it in the time. We said, hey, if you don't have a leak out of a running back, you're the will linebacker. You're going to have to spy this guy as it goes and where it goes. And Drake's just done a phenomenal job stepping in when he's had to.
And he's a freshman.
So he's still learning as he's going. Yeah. So Mr. Lee can have 2 more years. I'll take Drake for 3 more, and it'll be a fun contest.
They got a nice trade. And then another big play was a long pass that they threw. Lee was not a bad passer, and really was pretty accurate. Threw the ball down the field, and at the very last second, Silas got his hand up, just tipped that ball away. Coach, I thought it was a huge play. That was on 3rd down, and that forced them to punt. we've seen too many teams make those kind of passes on 3rd and long or 4th and long, and it was just nice to see. First off, Silas was right with them step for step. I think our defensive backfield did a pretty good job with their receivers all night long, but that one was just timed perfectly. All he could do was just tip it, and that's what he did.
Well, and that's the ghost of our past. The 3rd and longs, the 4th and longs, and that's been something that's been able to get over on us. We have I think we have a phenomenal defensive backfield. We have a phenomenally younger defensive backfield. We've got pretty much all of them coming back one more year. But Silas made a great play on that. I mean, we had some great plays the rest of the night. Paxton decent at corner on the other side did well. I thought Max Schlomer came out that second half.
Almost had that interception.
Almost had a pick. He's coming up filling from the alleys like we were wanting. And that's just part of the growth that we're seeing from them, and I think they're going to continue to keep growing that way.
And the nice part about the defense is that we kept Willow Springs inside after that. Initially, a few shots to the outside to start the game. They got some big yardage. I think the Galloway kid got outside a couple times. But after that, our defensive ends just kept forcing them back to the middle where they have some help in there to tackle, keeping that offense of Willow Springs kind of contained.
They were. We had... I use Ryan Cunningham. He started at defensive end for the first time in this game against Willow Springs. Came out, and in the first half, at halftime, we had a pretty long conversation about what the expectation, what we'd gone over in practice. And I know that it's hard for him because it's really brand new to him at that point. But my Lord, I'll tell you what, he went out and they started running at him right off the bat. And I thought Ryan did a fantastic job of what we were wanting to do. He kept getting underneath the guard or the fullback coming at him, which makes the play bounce, which is where we want it. And he was doing phenomenal with that. And because of that, that opened up the tackles for those outside safeties or backers, however you want to call them. And then our inside backers coming through to clean up as well.
Very good job by the defense, holding Willow Springs to 12 points. Willow has a 3-3, so, I mean, it's not like they're a slouch team anymore. I mean, they've been struggling the last few years. They're coming around, and the Salem Tigers, that big overtime win, get some momentum going into senior night, which is tonight.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to talk about that when we return on Tiger Talk in just a moment.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Now back to more of Tiger Talk on KSMO.
Welcome back to Tiger Talk. Stan Stevens, Coach Neil Myers. Coach, it's senior night tonight. It's always a big night, especially for the Salem Tiger players who have committed 4 years or 3 years, whatever, to the program. And it's always kind of a sad night, too, because it's your final regular season home game. It may not be our final home game this year. There's a possibility. That we could have another home game in districts. But it's a heartfelt night because I think that's when the seniors finally realize that their high school career is getting near the end.
It's ironic in a sense because we talk about this quite a bit. We talk about that, you have to go 100% every play because you don't ever know when that last play is going to be. And for these guys, a lot of them, they see that writing on the wall. I remember our seniors last year, I had one of them come up to me after the end of the season and say, Coach, you talked about it all year long. And it didn't really hit me till I had to turn my equipment in that I'm never getting to put this back on again. So I think for them, it's hard. I will tell you, I think that this will be harder. This was, these guys were sophomores when I first got here. A lot of them played quite a bit that first year, made some impacts. So this will be a hard group for me personally going out just because of the connections and the relationships. Sure. Them and well, they're not freshmen now, but them and the juniors now were two of the longest that I've had since I started here. So these two classes will be pretty big impacts, but senior night plays a big role for that.
You as a player before, that last game, that jersey, the last time you put it on for that last game, you put it on and you look at that jersey and you think, I took this for granted for a long time. And then you sit and you realized but you take your life for granted sometimes too. That you just assume every day is going to be another day, and it would just really be nice. And we always hope that the kids go out there, and especially not just on senior night, but every single night, want to make something out of that day. You want something special happen that day, because then you remember that day a little bit more. Hey, this play happened. I was part of that play, or we had that big win over Mountain Grove, or we had a big win over Mountain View, or whatever it might be. Those are the things that when you look back on your high school career, maybe 5 years, 10 years, we all know it gets better as you get older.
Yeah.
But when you look back, those are the moments that stand out. This win over Willow Springs last week at homecoming, that stands out. This is what life is really made of, isn't it?
This is the part where I think football and life intertwine with each other quite a bit. And you're right. I think that's the big thing for a lot of, not just the older kids, but I think, we have younger kids that are friends with the seniors and everything of that nature. And they're going to remember that as well. And ultimately, in the grand scheme of everything we're trying to do, it's two things we're trying to do. We're trying to get kids ready for life after school, and football being a huge piece of that. And as we talked about, intertwining with life, I think feeds a lot into that. And then also the other part of it is when they do leave, what are the memories they had? I've heard it from another coach before that he said, the biggest thing for him wasn't the kids coming back the year after they were done. It was the kids coming back 10, 20 years with families and saying, Coach, I appreciate what you taught me. And that's what we hope that we're giving these kids as they go on, is that they've got life lessons. They've got things to look back on and say, hey, I fought through this at one point. I can do that.
Well, it's a game against the Mountain Grove Panthers, two arch rivals in the SCA for umpteen years. Salem and Mountain Grove. It'll be no different tonight, will it?
No, it won't be. It's Mountain Grove is a very disciplined team. They've had success for quite a few years now, so I think they're still reeling and living off of that, and that's not a slam to them by any means, but that's because they're disciplined. They know what they're doing. They know how they're doing it, and really, if anything, I think it's a program to look at and try to want to mimic or mirror, because that's something that you would like to be, but put our twist on it as far as the Salem twist.
Absolutely. And so tonight, what can we expect to see from the Mountain Grove Panthers offensively? You already kind of said their offense looks like ours.
It's going to be a lot like it was offensively, a lot like Ava. When I look at them, I'll just be real. Coach Swafford down there, their head coach, was at the same clinic we were in. He's been going to it for years. So what we saw at Ava was still the continuation of the flex bone offense that we got from Harding. What Mountain Grove runs is the flex bone offense that came from Harding, and it's the same place we got ours. So we're going to look offensively. We're going to look very mirrored. Defensively from them, we've seen them in a three-man front, which is what I think is their base defense, and then we've seen them a couple times into a four-man. It was more of a 6-2 look against a heavier run team. So I think we'll see that. In comparison to us, we're still a four-man front, have been all year and will be. But I think that's kind of where the similarities end will be after the offense is done. But defenses are different, but a lot of similarities offensively.
Mountain Grove has been using that offense for a while, and they do like that inside handoff, kind of a little misdirection, and when they have their wing come across on the inside, that is something they've had success with in the past against the Salem Tigers. I'm sure they're going to try at least once or twice during the game.
I would not be surprised based off what I've seen on film. I think I could count on it a matter of both hands the total amount of plays they actually run. Yeah. Like I said, they're doing what we want to eventually get to. We would love to be able to run the exact same plays out of 16 different formations so that everybody in the stands and everybody says, my Lord, this playbook's huge, but it's really 8 to 10 plays.
Yeah.
That's the ideal. They're not at that point, I think, completely at that point either, but they're very good at what they do.
All right, Coach. Well, the very best of luck tonight against the Panthers in your final regular home season game here at Bill Schuchart Stadium. Good luck, Coach.
Appreciate it, Stan. Go Big Blue.
Go Big Blue. Go Salem Tigers. Tonight, Salem and Mountain Grove on KSMO Media. Stay around.
Thank you, Stan. That's been Tiger Talk with Coach Neil Myers and Stan Stevens. Tiger Talk has been brought to you as a courtesy of Looking Glass Salon and Flying W Boutique. Stay tuned. Salem Tiger football is next.
Every project is different, which is why Salem Truss uses modern engineering software to design, then construct quality trusses for your home, barn, or business. The size of the job doesn't matter, but the quality of the work does, which is why Salem Truss will deliver their trusses anywhere. Proud to support the Salem community, they're open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 to 4:30 and Friday from 7:30 until 11. For more information, call Salem Truss at 729-9276.
Don't wait any longer for great dental care. Four Rivers Community Health Center specializes in helping individuals and families with Medicaid insurance. Need help applying for Medicaid? We have community health workers and navigators to make the process easy. Even if it's been years since you last visited the dentist, we can help. Our comfortable office, compassionate team, and minimally invasive treatments will help you feel completely at ease. Four Rivers Community Health Center. Your community, your health.
Welcome to this KSMO media broadcast of Salem Tiger Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by Town & Country Bank, Farm Bureau Insurance, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa, Mooney Auto Supply, Town Screen LLC, Taxmasters, Town & Country Insurance, Southwest Baptist University, Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Joe Brand and Leah Nash, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, United Country Salem Realty, Stephen Patterson Attorney at Law, American Family Insurance, Hubs Tire Center, Looking Glass Salon, Candy Mink and Katie Cardy, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center Incorporated, On the Spot Auto Glass, Ozark Overhead Door, Shelter Insurance, Jet Tire and Auto, The Technology Junkyard, Legends Automotive LLC, Salem License Bureau, Prevention Consultants of Missouri, Riverways Federal Credit Union, Discount Bins, Flyin' W Boutique, Healthy Dent County, the City of Salem, VIP Properties, Salem Farm Equipment, Living the Dream Outdoor Properties, Quick Tan and more, Four Rivers Community Health Center and Rocking G Western Trading Post. And now get ready for Salem Tiger football, right here on KSMO Media.
Football. It's Dan Stevens and Rick Hoyt bringing you Salem Tiger football tonight. Rick coming off the big overtime win last week. Tigers think, well, okay, we're on a roll. We got to go into it. Then you're facing probably the best team in the SCH side against the Mountain Grove Panthers. Yes, it'll be a battle, but that's you never know what's going to happen. Last week, they had a big win over Mountain View, probably more of an unexpected win. And then, sometimes that allows a team to kind of sit down, lay back a little bit, and maybe not pay as much attention to the next opponent.
Yeah, you're right, Stan. That's exactly like say what the Salem Tigers kind of hoping for here tonight. That that maybe the Mountain Grove Panthers be coming in here, Stan, and maybe overlooking the Salem Tigers a little bit. And then like say it's Salem coming off a big win. They they didn't put any points on the board the last game in the first half, but they come out in the second half and kind of took it away from Willow Springs and got it into overtime and then won the game in overtime. So they've got a little bit of momentum. Let's see what happens here tonight.
Well, we mentioned it's senior night tonight, and let's go ahead and just give you the list of seniors. And this is not just all football. This is for the cheerleaders as well as the band. So Everett Campbell, who unfortunately got injured and is done for the season. Hayden Ragsdale, Ira Barton, Casey Malone, James Lewis, Eddie Ragsdale, Gavin Sapaw. I think Eddie's out as well for the rest of the year. Tyne Shepard, Charlie Terrell, and Daniel Black. For the cheerleaders, Maggie Hogan, Allie Schaefer, Sydney Warden, Bailey Anderson, and Tanner O'Neill. And in the band, Gabby Pruitt, Emma Ballard, Olivia French, Carter Foster, Riley Remster, David Seitz, Lexi Colburn, Titan Shepard, Knox Smith, Elwin Sullen Noonan, I believe that's right.
I think that's right, yep.
And Blaine Kennedy. And again, congratulations to all these seniors. Remember, whether you're playing sports or in the band or cheerleading, you got all these practices and things you got to do. So all these kids put in a lot of extra time, and it's just a great night to salute the kids and say thank you for your time and extra efforts in making this an enjoyable 4 years for you. Hopefully an enjoyable 4 years for you during high school. Well, let's first off thank the people at Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon. They sponsored our Tiger Talk. That's Candy and Alicia and Katie down there, 101 West 4th Street. We really do appreciate them sponsoring our Tiger Talks for all of our sporting events. And again, thank you to Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon. Also, a big thank you goes out to the United Country Salem Realty. They sponsor our intro to Salem Tiger football. Babette Wells is the broker-owner of United Country Salem Realty. Contact her, any of the staff, at 573-729-3148 or stop by 605 South Main Street. That is United Country Salem Realty. Our scorebug that pops up on the bottom of your screen, if you're video streaming with us tonight, is brought to you by Ozark Overhead Door. You can talk with Zane if you need a new door, if you need repairs to your door, maybe springs, or maybe your garage door opener has just gone kaputski. Yeah, it does happen. Get in touch with him, 314-243-9341. Locally owned and operated. That's Ozark Overhead Door. And during the game, you'll have instant replays, and they're brought to you as a courtesy of Hub's Tire Center. You know, Hub's has been around for three generations of family-owned business right here in Salem. And they're right across the street from the radio station. They can handle your tire needs, sure, that's right in their name, but also state inspections, other auto repair work. They do a lot of brake work and a lot of shock work. If you need that done, get on by and see them. Hub's Tire Center, 573-729-5800. Well, the Salem Lady Tigers were seeded fourth in volleyball. That seeds came out today. They'll take on Cuba, and that'll be on Tuesday. I believe that's 21st of October, and that will be at 5 o'clock at Cuba. And we will be there to bring it to you on KSMO, at least on the radio side. We're still working on the video things we have to check on there. There's some issues with their gym. It's not very big, so I don't know how
we got enough room to get in there. No.
Oh, yeah, they do have that. But I know when we did district basketball last year, you're on the floor and you're over in a corner. So there's not a lot of extra room there. We're just going to have to see how we can get that accommodated. But we will do our best to bring it to you. And, again, we'll have Lady Tiger Volleyball on Monday against Plato. We do want to remind everybody, Coach Carr, our athletic director, did remind us that there is no freshman game with Plato that was going to be played. The match with the freshmen has been postponed or canceled. Probably canceled because there's not enough kids for Plato. So there'll be a JV at 5. Varsity match will follow. We're also going to have a freshman contest, then JV, then varsity. No freshman contest on Monday as the Lady Tigers take on Plato. That is senior night, by the way, for volleyball. So hopefully you get out there and salute your seniors there. Well, Rick, final regular season home game. Sometimes it doesn't seem possible.
True.
But then you only have 3 games left in the regular season. We'll be on the road for the last 2, next week in Mountain View and then at Kabul. The season runs down quickly, but you took a look at the districts right now. Salem is 4th out of 7 in the districts. And right now would actually host a playoff game here in Week 10.
Yeah. And like Stan was talking about there, the number 1 seed right now in our district is these Mountain Grove Panthers. And then, like Stan said, with only 7 teams, Mountain Grove would draw a bye in the first round. That's the reason why, like you say, that we're talking like 2-7, and 3-6 and 4 and 5 play each other. So, and right now Salem is sitting on top in the number 4 position. So you're right. If everything stayed the same, then Salem would host the first round.
And if it was today, which is not, but if it was today, we would play Stafford.
Yeah.
Stafford.
Here.
Right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. But like you say, I mean, we don't know about, like Stan was talking about earlier, they do all of that, and then they throw in all these bonus points and everything at the end. So
power points,
and it can all get messed up the last week of the season.
And Salem had that, had that happen.
Yeah, we have.
We knew it was going to be this one team. We knew it was going to be this one team. We was wrong. We got told the next morning, nope, they had PowerPoints.
Yep.
And they actually got past this other team, and they hosted. We didn't.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of things happened.
Yeah. True.
Did not make us very happy, I can definitely tell you that. So we are getting the coin toss right now between the Panthers, who are in the white jerseys and burgundy pants, and the Salem Tigers in their Carolina blue jerseys. And they have white numbers and their navy blue pants.
Like Salem won the toss, Stan, and they have deferred to the second half.
And which side are they going to defend? Mount Grove will defend the side to the south. Salem will defend the north side. No real wind to speak of. Flag is pretty limp out there, Ricky. So
it's laying right against the pole.
We had some rain this morning. It kind of cleared back up, and the sun came out, dried things out, and then we got a little cloud cover rolling back in, but no rain.
No.
So Mr. Eaststep is going to be the one that we're going to be watching tonight. This young man, Aiden, is an outstanding athlete, no matter what he plays, and so we're going to be watching him. But also a Curtis boy at fullback. He is a load to hold. His name is Braden. And then, of course, we have, I need to open this up, don't I?
You're fine.
Yeah, probably do. And
Caden Murphy, Stan, Mr. number 22.
Caden Murphy's
Caden
very,
Murphy.
very fast.
Yep.
And then the golden boy, and I kind of call him the golden boy. His name is, I think, Eli Golden. He's a big player for them, not only in the backfield, but also in defense. He likes to hunt and pick and try to pick balls off.
Yeah,
so
he will. Yep.
He's a very good athlete as well. So Tigers defense will have to be at their best, and Mountain Grove's going to get that ball first. So will we look out for that? So it's dropping back for Mountain Grove. Usually they put each step back there, which is kind of weird. You wouldn't think so. It looks like Golden is back there along. Yep, and each step is back there. Yep, he's on the left side.
Okay.
Left side if you're looking from behind, looking out toward the north. All right, Will Land will kick it off. We're about ready to play some football on KSMO. Thanks for joining us on KSMO AM 1340 FM 95.7 and streaming with us at KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube. Waiting for the officials to get in line. They do, and Land kicks it off towards each step. Ball will come down and stay almost in bounds. Goes out of bounds at about the 2. Wow.
That was
that
close.
Ball was hugging the line.
That was, wasn't it?
It's a good kick by Land.
I thought it was going to stay in, Stan.
I did too. I thought it might just go in the end zone, but that'll move the ball out to the 35. That's where Mountain Grove will have it 1st and 10 here in Salem.
Are you sure?
Well, no, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
All right.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So Aiden Estep, their quarterback. He wears number 7. He's kind of the general out there. He will run things, and they'll do options, and they'll do inside handoffs, and they'll do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, they'll misdirection. They'll try to do it all, Stan.
Curtis is the fullback. They have the double wing formation. That's the flex bone like we have to get right off to the fullback first thing up. And he's going to be hit and taken down after a 5-yard gain. Curtis went right up, and he got stood up by the Salem Tigers. Got hit from behind pretty hard. He's a little slow moving back, Rick.
He got hit pretty good. I think, was that Malone that hit him first, Stan?
I'm not sure.
I wasn't for sure either.
Came down low. Stood him right up, though. Stopped him in his tracks. It'll bring up 2nd down and a long 4. Golden goes in motion. Giving it back to the fullback. Get up the middle, breaking through, and now it's a foot race and brought down by Brody Ray. After a gain of, let's see where they finally spot him, 30-yard line or right inside
41
the 30.
to the 29, Stan?
29-yard line, yes, sir. So we're going to get that 9, 19, 29, 30-yard run and a 1st down for Mountain Grove. Keeping it this time is Estep. Ducks away from one would-be tackler. Still on his feet. Still going. 2 Tigers try and bring him down after a gain of 9. Almost a 1st down.
Just trying to see where they're going to put this down at, Stan.
Well, it was very close to a 1st down, Rick. He just kept going. Was able to try and out-muscle a couple of late Tiger tacklers. Right at the 20-yard line, he was able to move it forward just another inch or 2. The inside handoff trying to go to the outside. Salem read that one very well and cut off Murphy trying to get across. A loss of about 3. Well, let's see where they spot him down.
Okay.
Forward motion, there's only be a loss of 2. So it'll be 2nd down or 3rd down, and just call it 2. The other one it was like 2nd inch, super short.
I thought that other one, like you say, was almost wanted a measurement on it.
Well, the ball was on the line, and the sticks
close.
are inside the line.
Yeah.
So
it was real close, wasn't it?
yeah, 3rd down and 2. This is 4-down territory for Mountain Grove. Hand off to the fullback. He's got the 1st down. That's Curtis. He'll burrow down to about the 15-yard line. A gain of about 5. $9:52 to go. Nothing fancy.
No,
Curtis just got these super strong legs.
Boom.
And he just keeps moving. So 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the Salem Tigers. We'll call it the 16-yard line. They flip this one out, trying to get around that corner with his speed is number 2, and that is Eli Golden, but he's going to get taken down right around the 12-yard line after a gain of almost 5. Probably called a gain of 4, Rick.
Looks like 4. Okay.
Just waiting on the spot, and they actually put the ball
about the 13, isn't it?
Yeah,
Somewhere
about 12 and a half,
okay,
actually.
I got
So, yeah. Second down, we'll still call it. 6. Back to throw. Eastep fires the ball in the end zone. It is caught and dropped. Caught and dropped.
Well, he was wide open, Stan.
In the end zone by number 3, Brett Gardner. He had it in the back of the end zone. I don't know if he was right on the line, though, Rick. That might have been why he had to try and pull his feet down and maybe drop the ball. But he definitely was open.
Yeah, he was.
He didn't dare. And one of the things we always talk about, Rick, catching the ball with your hands, he tried to catch that against his body.
Let it get too far in on him, Stan.
That doesn't always work, especially when you have to try and jump. Flip that ball outside to Golden. Golden trying to turn that corner. He's going to get the first down and more. Gets inside the 5. There's a flag down, though, out in the area of holding. And it is holding against the Panthers right at the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
Or just inside the line of scrimmage. And you can see the player.
22.
Murphy grabbed on it.
Grabbed him and
threw down the Salem player.
Yep.
So that'll cost the Panthers 10 yards.
Gonna bring up at 3rd and 16, Stan?
Just about, sir. Yes, sir. That should be about right.
Okay.
3rd and 16.
Okay.
Ball located outside the 20-yard line, about the 22. It would behoove the Tigers stop them here. Each step of the long count, wants to throw, turns back, rolls to his left. He'll run the ball, fires in the end zone, is overthrown. Eastep had the man open. If he could have just taken a little bit off that, Rick.
Yeah, he needed to take a little bit off of that one, Stan.
I believe that Gardner was the intended receiver again, but he overthrew him. Yep, by about 2 steps, and it'll bring up 4th down. Again, as we mentioned, it's 4-down territory for Mount Grove pretty much anywhere on the field. They're not afraid. They're not afraid.
They're on this side. They don't care.
No, they're not even afraid to go for it in their own zone, Rick.
No,
if it's like 4th and 1.
Stop us.
Yeah, they dare you to stop them. All right, they'll bring up a big 4th down play. Huge here for Salem Tigers on their senior night. Back to throw, Eastep. Looking. He wants to take off. He's got running room, fires the ball in the end zone, and it's overthrown.
Throw it out of the back of the end zone, Stan. Wow.
Tender receiver out there, Rick, if I'm not mistaken, is number 9, Ethan Hack.
We got a flag on the play, Stan.
A flag is down at the line of scrimmage.
He may have been past the line of scrimmage, Stan, when he let that ball go.
It might be against Salem.
No, he was illegal forward pass.
Illegal? He was past the line of scrimmage
when he let that go.
Ah.
Yeah, so that'll turn it over, Stan.
I did not see. Did you
I just see him kind of dropped it right in the middle. Yeah.
Oh, now he's showing us. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so the Salem Tigers defense does hold.
Yep.
Again, Ethan Hack, the intended receiver, but that ball was basically thrown out of the back of the end zone, Rick.
Yeah, like you say, it was almost like he was just throwing it away. I mean, and I couldn't tell, like you say, if he was beyond the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Apparently he was.
From our angle, we couldn't tell that anyway. So, all right, the Tigers will try and get something going here as Ragsdale goes under center.
Ooh.
And a little early movement.
I think that
might be against them.
Yes, it is.
Well, I think Grove might have jumped offside, which I saw the early movement on the offense side, but they did move fast. And, Rick, we get 5 free yards.
Yep. Thank you very much. We'll take the 5.
You never know how they're going to call it. Once that offensive line, they can come across and go back, but this one, if it makes the offensive man move, it's different. And how do you tell that? I can't.
True.
This is one of Du Bois. Du Bois trying to find a little running room, and he'll pick up about 3 out to near the 30-yard line. Going off the left tackle. Last week, Rick, in that game with Willow Springs, the Tigers' offensive line really started to
step
jump
it up
out.
a little bit, didn't they?
They started to take the aggressive side and start moving forward. That's a big 3 yards right now, second and short. for the Salem Tigers. 7:55 to go first quarter. There's no score. Big thing is here is to hang on to the football.
True.
Handoff up the middle and getting a first down and more is Du Bois. He gets out across the 35-yard line. This time he just went right off the right tackle.
Yep.
And got a little bit of a hole. Missed tackle in there by one of the linemen for Mountain Grove, I believe number 60, Sam Smith. And that allows him to get the 7, almost 8 yards and a first down.
It was a nice run there, Stan.
It was.
Yep.
That's a kind of run, Ricky, that could go all the way.
Yes. If he could get that bounce to the outside, you're right, Stan.
Because once he gets past that line, there's only one more layer to get by.
Yep.
Tigers in a tight formation on the far hash mark. 1st and 10. They flip it out to Du Bois out the sideline, and he'll pick up about 5. They'll make it 4 yards. We're going to spot him down right at the 40-yard line. He's 2nd down at 6.
Nice job there on 4 first downs.
Running
Stan.
to the short side of the field, Rick. Sometimes I just don't like that because if you have the guy beat or you can beat him, you're running out of room.
You only got that much room left. Yeah.
Sideline is coming on you quick.
It is.
That's not to say it's not a bad play or it's a bad play. It's not a bad play, but you might limit the amount of yardage you can get.
True.
Now, you just have to figure out if they're going to be able to wield you inside or not. The other way, Alton May tries to dive forward. He'll pick up a couple. He was smothered out there by number 33, Jacob Kristen. Bring up 3rd and about 4.
Sure.
Tigers need to get across the 45 to about the 46. Not quite there, but
pretty close, right at the 46.
Yeah,
you're right.
about an inch or two shy of that.
You're right. You're right there.
This is just 3-down territory for Salem, though. They've got to make it on this play with 5:55 still counting. Play clock down to 13. Sapar goes wide to the right side.
Oh.
May in motion, and then looks like offside again on the Panthers. Look like it is offside against Mountain Grove, and that'll be another first down for the Salem Tigers.
Thank you very much. Yeah. We'll take that, Stan.
Yes, we will.
Yeah. That's 10 yards they've given us on this drive so far, huh?
Actually, yes. And 20 yards total.
There we go.
On the game so far.
That's right.
1st and 10.
Ooh.
Ball handed off the middle.
I think it may have been Calvin, Stan.
Yeah, I'm not sure that went anywhere.
That didn't go nowhere.
Actually, a loss of 1.
Okay.
Malone trying to find some kind of hole, and there was just none.
Nothing there.
5:10 and counting with 2nd down and now 11. Tigers taking a long time in the huddle again, but still got plenty of time on the play clock. Ragsdale with land in motion, gives it the other way to Du Bois, keeps his balance. Du Bois cuts back the other way, still on his feet.
Nice
He'll
play.
pick up about 6. Gets across the 45-yard line of the Mountain Grove Panthers. That little, kind of almost like a reverse, Rick.
Yeah, it was.
Just had land go in motion and then handed off to Du Bois, cutting back the other way, and he'll get. Let's see, what 7? That's 8 yards.
8 yards. Yeah.
Had to use the quick math on that one.
Bring up 3rd and short, Stan.
3rd and about 3 though,
Yep,
still,
3.
Rick.
Yep.
Hand off to Land. He just gets buried.
Nothing there.
Du Bois was trying to throw a block, and he just got swallowed up by a duel of 64 Carson Gibson and Ethan Archuleta. They just swallowed him up. It'll be 4th down.
Nothing there.
I'm not sure Tigers can gamble and go for it here. Rick, this close to midfield. But as of right now, it looks like they're doing it.
Maybe we can draw them off again, Stan.
Well, you can always hope, but it's 4th down. Tigers are approaching. They're going for it here on 4th down. Salem got truly nothing to lose as far as SCA is concerned. All right, 4th and 4. In motion, Du Bois. They flip it out to him. Had to reach back, though, and that's going to slow him down. He's close to a first down, but I don't know if he has it. Depends on the mark, Rick.
Depends on the mark. You're right, Stan. They're going to mark him short.
All depends on the mark.
Going to mark him short. Well, though he threw it to that guy, and he gave him the spot, Stan.
And they say first down. Du Bois got just enough. You're right, Rick. The one guy had it marked.
Had him short, a yard short, yeah. But actually, the guy, like you say, on the far side, he was actually with the play, and this guy was not. Yeah.
But I knew it was going to be
right
close.
On it. Yeah.
So first and 10.
The nearest guy, but he was way off.
Yeah, he was off by about a foot and a half.
Yeah, he was.
So you never know where they're going to mark it, though.
You didn't know which one was going to mark it. Yeah.
And where they see the knee go down, Rick. That's the key issue.
Where's the ball?
Sometimes we can't see the knee go down.
Yeah.
Tigers stay in that flex bone. They have not budged yet. Hand off again to Du Bois. Du Bois gets hit right away after a gain of 1. There was not much room
Nothing
there.
there. Yep.
Again, Archuleta in on that tackle after a 1-yard gain. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. No score in this one. Salem and Mountain Grove. And that's not a bad thing, Rick.
No,
it's not a bad thing.
And it may be, like you say, one of the things is take as much time off that clock before you run your play. It's a pretty good deal, I think, everybody Salem.
And right now, this has been a fairly impressive first drive for the Salem Tigers. 2nd down and 9 yards to go. In motion, Land. Can they get off to Du Bois? And Du Bois is not going to get much, maybe another yard.
Yeah. Couldn't get to the outside, Stan. That was a nice job by the defensive end to turn him back inside.
Well, actually, it was Curtis that turned him inside.
Yep.
Their big fullback, and he got him to come back inside. They'll bring up 3rd down and about 8. Denton County Farm Supply is a proud supporter of Salem Tiger football. They have feed, fertilizers, mowers. They've got weed eaters. They got everything you need for the home and the farm, locally owned. It's proud to support your Tigers. 1716 Scenic Ridge Boulevard, Denton County Farm Supply. 3rd and 8. Sapa almost went offside. Back to throw, Ragsdale looking, gets pressure, and he's going to get hit and taken down. He needed to let go of that ball in a hurry, and he didn't do it.
Yep.
He got sacked for a loss of about 7, Rick. Back down to the right almost to the 49-yard line. They're going to spot him right at midfield. So that loss is 8 yards. And it'll bring up a punting situation for Salem here. East Step will drop back. He's returned 2 kicks this year for touchdowns.
Yep. You're going to have to like you say, you're going to have to cover these kicks.
Well, Ricky, they're not in punt formation.
We don't have a punter.
Land is your punter.
We don't have a punter. There he goes. Just now.
Well, he was out there and then he came back in. Now he's going back out.
Wow.
Play clock down to 10. Snap is back. Land will get it off. It's a fairly short kick. Going to come down about the 20 or 30-yard line and bounce out of bounds at about the 23.
Okay.
And that's where Mountain Grove will have it. 1st and 10, only about a 22-yard kick.
True.
Or 27-yard kick,
Kind of got rushed, I think, on that one, Stan. Yeah, for whatever reason, we don't know. But
think you heard tiptoes, Rick?
Yeah.
14 seconds left to go, first quarter. On the Spot Auto Glass is proud to support your Salem Tigers, reminding you to stop on by and have them check things out right there on the spot. Auto Glass, right there on the spot. Auto Glass. They change it out for you. Check them out on Facebook or call 573-247-3608. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. They're at their own 30-yard line where they're going to mark it out. Rick, I thought that ball definitely bounced.
I thought we got one more bounce out of that.
Down about another 4 yards, but that's not where they're spotting it. Eastep goes under center. In the bone, in motion goes Golden. They hand it off to the big fullback, Curtis. Curtis gets a first down and more right up the middle. He pulled a couple of Tigers with him, including Max Schlomer and also Casey Malone. Or it might have been Sapah. Probably was Sapah. A gain of 12. First down.
see if they let the quarter in here, Stan.
Well, I'm pretty sure they will. 3, 2, 1. We played one quarter here at Bill Schuchart Stadium on this final regular season home game on senior night. And at the end of one quarter, Rick, we have no score. We're going to come back in 1 minute. It's Tiger football on KSMO Media.
Your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate, estate planning, probate, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Brian Martin in Salem.
All right, ready to start this second quarter. E-step handing that ball off, and it looks like Curtis again with the run. Picking up about 4.
I'll give him 4, Stan.
Yeah, he was pretty well smothered underneath that pile. But he comes up. He's kind of limping a little bit.
Yep.
He took a pop at his first run of the night.
Did on that. Yeah, he took a good shot earlier in the game.
So just getting underway here in the second quarter. Second down, 6 yards to go. The inside handoff, big hole, and getting through. Nice run, though, by Curtis, their fullback. Man, he went off that outside, Rick. He picked up a quick 10 and first down for the Panthers. Mountain Grove with 4 first downs, Salem with 3.
That was Curtis?
Yes, it was.
That's what I thought.
First and 10, ball to Salem Tiger, 46-yard line. They stay in their flex bone. In motion Gold, but they give it to Curtis again. Curtis just running over Salem Tigers. Gets down to the 40, near the 40-yard line. They'll bring up a gain of 5, and then 2nd and 5. E-step. Still has Curtis as the fullback. He'll be getting the bulk of the runs. Not this time. Gives it off to Golden. Running through the middle of the field. Golden still on his feet. Gets taken down by 2 Tigers at the 20-yard line. Sapal got to him. So did Du Bois. But a big gain from the 38-yard line to where? The 19. That looks like about 19 yards and a first down, Rick. Eli Golden with a burst of speed there, Ricky.
Kind of got into that opening stand. Once he got into the opening, he kind of turned it on, didn't he?
I didn't think we'd catch him.
I didn't either.
First and 10. Keeping it his E-step. Cuts inside. Very nice move. Still on his feet. Gets a block. Cuts to the outside and goes down after a gain of 7.
I think the ball come loose.
Did the ball come out?
Unless they call him down, Stan.
I think they've called him down, Rick.
I think you're right. The ball did come out.
Well, let's see if we can see it, Rick. I don't know. It did. It did come out. It came out before he went down. It came out on the backside, but the officials didn't see that.
No, they didn't.
And maybe his knee might have been down, too.
Well, that's true.
All right, 2nd and 4. Up the middle, and Curtis gets the first down, I believe. He's very close to it. Right down to about the 8 or 9 yard line from our angle. Rick, I can't exactly tell where it is, but it does look like first and goal.
Okay.
Down to 9:25 left to go in the half. We have no score. SCA contest between Mountain Grove and Salem. This has been 2 nice drives by both teams. This is the 3rd one already in the game. E-step flips it outside, trying to turn that corner is Golden. Golden is in for the touchdown. Golden scores from 8 yards out. And the Panthers have a 6-0 lead.
Just pitch it to the outside stand. Once he cut that ball back into the inside, there was no Salem Tigers left to get him. It was a nice run by Golden.
It was, and then he was able to just kind of let a tackler go by.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and he was just able to let him go and then just cut behind him.
And for the extra point, looks like 51, Briar Lauderdale. Snap is back. The kick is up. That kick looks good to me, Rick. It
is good.
So the kick by Briar Lauderdale makes it a 7-0 Mountain Grove lead. Well, Tigers have done a good job so far keeping the Panthers off the board. Last week, they had a big lead over Mountain View early in the game, but the Tigers defense has stepped up to the plate.
Yeah, I thought they played pretty good here in the first half. Like I say, they had a good drive there. Mountain Grove did, and they didn't do anything fancy, Stan. They just done what they do, and that's run the football, and that's exactly what they did on that drive there.
And we all know that the depth that Mountain Grove has as well. That these guys out here, this is all their first team. We're not talking about second teamers. We're talking about their first team.
This is what they got.
Yeah, the team that beat Mountain View last week 49-7.
Yeah. Yeah. So Salem, like you say, we'll get the ball here, Stan, with 9 minutes to go here in the first half.
Yep. We're a long way from being over, but so far, the way the Tigers have played.
Our defense has played good. Our offense had a good drive. Yeah.
Just have to see how they can go from here.
We got to finish.
Right. Now that we've gotten into this game a little bit.
Yeah.
Dan and Martin to kick off. And Martin's kick comes down the sideline. Taken there by Deason. Deason trying to find a little running room up the middle, still on his feet, and now gets taken down around the 29-yard line. 1st and 10, Salem Tigers. Like to thank our friends at Quick Tan and More, 24-hour tan. Quality tanning beds you can go to. 6 are down. 1 is a stand-up tanning bed at 405 North Main in Salem. Get that quick tan, get a great tan at Quick Tan and More. 573-453-8024. They're proud to support your Salem Tigers.
The kickoff, Stan.
Oh, yeah. Kickoff brought to you by your friends at Farm Bureau. Almost forgot about that. Willie Strader is your agent over there. Just feel free to get in touch with Willie about all of your insurance needs. And, of course, he can help you out. 573-729-4941, 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. Handoff to Land. He's going to be taken down for a loss in the backfield, boy.
2 guys there.
Yep. I mean, to tell you, they blitzed on that one, Ricky, and it was Slade Rogers getting in there in the backfield, getting Land from behind. 2-yard loss.
Yeah, he didn't have a chance, Stan.
No, he no sooner got that ball, he would be tackled.
He's already been tackled, yeah.
2nd and 12, almost 13. Mountain Grove with an 8-yard run by Eli Golden. Lead at 8-0. Clock continues to move. Tigers give that ball off to Du Bois. Breaks the tackle, still on his feet. Du Bois on the sideline, gets the first down.
Nice job,
out around the 30, or I was going to say 39-yard line, but I think he got into the 40s.
Yeah, he got into about 42. Yeah.
A gain of 15 and a first down.
Yeah. He broke a tackle out there, Stan, to get that extra yardage.
I couldn't tell where he stepped out of bounds, Rick. The initial official went to the 40. And I thought, well, maybe he stepped over right there. Yeah. And just from our angle, we're all the way across the field. Couldn't really tell.
Yeah. That's about as far away as you can get from us almost.
Well, maybe down that far end zone, underneath the
way over
clock.
there, and we can't see the line over there.
What line? All right, 1st and 10. This time the handoff goes again to the Salem Tigers. Running back, Mr. Du Bois, and he'll pick up about 3.
Okay.
Oh, they're going to spot him down just shy of that, Rick.
Okay.
So make it about a 2-yard gain.
2-yard gain. Okay.
Be 2nd down and 8. Ball at the Salem Tiger 44-yard line. 7:50 to go in the first half. A 7-0 Mountain Grove lead. Tigers taking their time in the getting into back into play.
Yeah.
Getting the ball back into play. They're taking their time. They don't want to rush this.
No, they don't need to. Yeah.
Take all the time off the play clock you can. Take all the time off the play clock that you can. All right, second down and 8. Up the middle, trying to run that ball through. Still going,
Nice
and getting the
job.
first down for the Salem Tigers. On that running back is Dubois. He picks up another almost 15, Rick.
15, okay.
Down to the 40-yard line. Almost 16, actually.
Okay.
And a first down for the Salem Tigers. That is their 5th first down. They have as many as Mountain Grove, and they're in Mountain Grove territory, right basically at the 40-yard line. Just a little bit on the Salem
going,
side
guys.
of that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ball now between the 40 and 41. First and 10. Ragsdale wants to throw, fires that ball out, lost it. Intended the Tiger player down the sideline, and I believe that was Alton May, but Alton hadn't gotten out there yet. Bring up 2nd and 10. It's a good idea to do, but Alton
just try something, keep him back a little bit.
Wasn't quite out that far.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, he threw that one just a little bit quick, Stan.
Well, I can understand why.
He got pressure on him.
I can understand why.
I gotta get rid of this thing. Go get it, Alton.
Well, and even that, he had to put a lot higher than that. Tigers put Hallinar wide to the right side. Now it's a 2nd and 10. Giving it to Land, and Land gets hammered right at the line of scrimmage as Curtis comes across and takes him down with a very fine effort coming off the linebacker position. Rick, he got in there in a quick hurry.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
No
it looked like he might have had something there standing. Boy, did he close that up in a hurry.
I'll give credit to Curtis. He didn't miss that tackle. Got him low and wrapped him up.
Yep.
So 3rd and 10. Missing that first down pass, so Rick, really hurts the Salem Tigers offense. They're not used to that.
True.
2nd and long.
Yeah, we don't like to say you don't need 2nd and long or 3rd and long, Stan, for the Salem Tiger bunch.
Well, I'm probably thinking we're in 4-down territory here.
Could be here. Yeah, I agree with you there.
All right. 3rd down, 10 yards to go. Ragsdale back to throw, fires that ball out quickly and off the hands of Dubois. He had it. It would have been a first down had he been able to hang on. They took down. Ragsdale got a pretty good shot out of that. They'll bring up 4th and 10. And that does stop the clock with 5:51 to go. Much too far for any type of field goal.
Yeah.
And if you're willing to go for it on 3rd and 10, you might just go for it on 4th and 10.
Yeah. Boy, he had him there, Stan.
He did.
Silas just couldn't bring that ball in.
The ball was zipped a little bit. That's kind of a touch pass. And Ragsdale just did a great job last week to that one to Paxton Deason. This one kind of need to be the same kind. I think a timeout's going to be called by Coach Neil Myers. With the score, Mountain Grove 7, the Salem Tigers nothing. 30-second timeout been called, and that's being brought to you by your friends over at American Family Insurance. Jonah Schaefer, your agent. For all your great discounts that you can get, including bundling, get in touch with Jonah, 573-729-5165. Back in 30 seconds, Tiger football on KSMO Media.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters, located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
All right, 4th down for the Salem Tigers, and the Salem Tigers have thought twice about that and put Will Land in to punt.
Nobody back, Stan.
Nobody back.
Nope. They're not.
They don't believe it.
Yeah, they don't believe us. Yeah.
Tigers with a good snap. Good punt this time by Land.
Don't go in.
Nobody there, but it's going to go in the end zone for a touchback. So this time, we wanted him to put it out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Didn't get that done, but that's okay.
That's all right. Yeah.
That makes Mountain Grove go 80 yards in 5 minutes, 45 seconds if they want to try and score. Let's see what the Tiger defense can do. They've been doing a really good job.
Yeah. Offense kind of give them a little bit of a break there, Stan. Let them catch your breath, and like I say, let's see what we can do here with this 5:45 here to go in the first half.
So Mountain Grove actually scored on a short field.
Yeah.
After the short punt.
Yeah.
So they only had to go about not super short,
No,
not 25 yards, but only about a 60-yard drive is what they had to go on. A little reverse handoff and trying to find a little bit of running room is number 22, Murphy. He'll get a couple of yards. Bring up almost 3 yards where they're marking him.
I'm just waiting. I'm like, waiting for the ball to go down.
Yep, waiting for the spot. It's second down, 7 yards to go. Want to thank our friends. Before we do that, they're getting ready to snap the ball again.
Yeah, they are.
Sometimes they will go no huddle. E-step, hands that ball off very quickly up the middle to the fullback, and doesn't take long for Mr. Curtis to find some running room. Man, he's got such a good first step, Ricky.
Yeah, he does.
It's pretty amazing. He gets almost 12 yards in a first down. See out to the 35. I mean, he handed that ball off to him as he was coming up to the line, and he had that first down in no time. Gives it to him again. Curtis, in a pile of players, gets out near the 40. I mean, true pile of players. There's a whole bunch out there.
There's a whole bunch of them there, Stan.
Drake Smith in there, Sapah in there. I believe also in there with Daniel Black. I mean, a bunch of guys
in there.
Second down and 4, gain of 6. 4:25 and counting. Staying in that flex. Again, handing it off to the fullback, and Curtis this time is going to be short of the first down, a gain of 2. Needed to get 4. Bring up third down, a short 2. Actually, they're going to spot him for a 3-yard gain. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now they're going to spot him back. Yeah, gain of 2. It's going to bring up third down and about 2. The way the marker is on the side. Not totally accurate, but close. I would say a short 2.
Short.
Ball right in the middle of the field. E-step, hands that ball off to Murphy, and I'm sorry.
Murphy.
Yeah, Murphy. It is Murphy.
You're right.
I saw the 2, and then I thought, oh, wait a minute, Golden wouldn't line up on that side, but it is enough for the first down, a gain of about 5. Clock continues to run.
Yep.
And Mountain Grove can definitely pass the ball, too. We've seen E-step try some.
They're going to try this, and then look for him to go over the top. You're right,
they're going to try something. Maybe even a screen pass or something of that nature. I can feel it in my bones. They flip it back outside. Here's Golden. Salem trying to string it all out, and they did a pretty good job.
Oh.
Flag comes in on the backside. Not quite sure. Holding against Mountain Grove.
Yep.
Well, their player was on the ground. He might have grabbed onto somebody. It looked like maybe Murphy again. And the Tigers were taking him down, and it may have been number 74.
May have been 74, yeah.
It might have been a Sawyer kid. But it could have been Murphy holding on to Du Bois.
I couldn't really see, yeah.
I'm just not sure who it was called on, but it is a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
So no gain on that one for Mountain Grove. That is their 4th penalty for 30 yards. Well, 1st and 20, 30-17 to go. We may see that ball in the air a little quicker than we thought.
We may see it here now, yeah.
Two receivers in the pattern this time.
Oh. We lined up in the neutral zone, Stan.
Well, Gardner is out there, and Salem gives him 5 right back. So to bring up 1st and 15.
Yeah.
Guys, it's not hard to find the neutral
I mean, it's
zone.
right in the middle of the field, guys. I mean, it's there. You got to look and see where you're at.
A lot of times, though, they go up there and they don't really look at the ball, and they just think they know where it is.
Yeah.
And that's not in the right spot. So 1st and 15. E-step, trying to flip it outside to Murphy, trying to get around the corner. There's a lot of running room out there, Rick.
Yeah,
Murphy turns the corner. He's got the first down. Down the sideline and gets knocked out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. I don't see any flags down.
Nope.
All the way from the 45-yard line. Let's see what they finally do spot him. It looks like the 24-23. So I'm going to give 31 yards and a first down. That's a big run right there on that flip to Murphy. Tigers defensive end got caught inside and
got sucked in.
Man, oh man, that really opened it up. Murphy's got the speed to get around that corner. We talked about going on the far side of the field, Rick. There's a classic example of why you would do that.
Try it. Yep.
Because by the time Tigers could get up there's a lot of running room. Big hole up the middle. Running through is Curtis. Curtis still on his feet inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. That'll be another first down for Mountain Grove all the way to the 12 from the 28-yard line. 16 yards and a first down. Now the 9th first down for the Panthers. 2:17 to go in the first half. It's 7-0 Mountain Grove. E-step barking out where he wants the guys to go. They're in an inverted flex bone. Giving it off to Curtis up the middle. He's very close. He's in for the touchdown. Curtis goes in from 8 yards out. Kind of like a replay. Another 8-yard touchdown.
True.
And the Mountain Grove Panthers have increased their lead to 13-0 here in the second quarter with 1:58 remaining.
Well, the big run stand on 3rd and 15, or 1st and 15, got him out of the hole, didn't it?
Well, that little flip outside to Murphy with his speed.
Ooh.
And, Rick, when you can't defense speed.
No.
Kind of one of those things that when people talk about it, they say, well, how important is speed? And the kick is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
By Lauderdale.
You either have it, Stan, or you don't.
Well, and sometimes it's not just speed. As you well know, Rick, we used to watch David McEwen. He used to be able to go vertical and then horizontally run almost basically in the air or go sideways or however it was, and he wouldn't lose any speed, any momentum.
And never missed a step.
Never missed a step.
No,
and it was amazing to me how he could kind of just do a jitterbug between tacklers and then just still be going at 100 miles an hour.
Where'd he go?
14-0 Mountain Grove here, 1:58 to go in the half. I want to thank our friends at Discount Bins at 1201 Scenic Groves Boulevard in Salem to the east side. They have incredible values waiting for you today. It's an incredible trove of treasures, I say. Head on down there, 573-543-2113. And Living the Dream Outdoor Properties, Jenna Deason is the contact you want to have for farm or hunting or recreational outdoor property. She's a land specialist. Call Jen at 573-247-0521. Jenna Deason and Living the Dream Outdoor Properties. Kickoff brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Remember, if you need commercial insurance for your business, get in touch with Willie. He can help. 729-4941 or go by 1414 West Scenic Groves Boulevard, Farm Bureau Insurance. Kick is a short one coming down. The Tigers will pick it up and move down the field to about the 35-yard line. Alton May with that return. Kind of caught me reading. And I thought it was Alton, but I wasn't absolutely sure. And Salem will have it 1st and 10.
Pretty good run back, Stan.
Not bad.
Yeah.
So right about the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. 1:53 to go. Nice to see if Salem could get on the board here.
Yeah,
in
it would be
first
nice.
half.
Try to
But
get a bit. They get the ball in the second half.
But not do anything stupid.
Yep.
You know, don't try and do some kind of flea flicker play where you're going to be 10 yards deeper than you are right now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then possibly turn the ball over.
You don't need negative plays, like I say, because they could burn their timeouts.
Oh,
and then,
yeah. 1:53 is a lot of time.
True.
Handoff up the middle, and Du Bois gets about 6.
Yep.
Up to the 40-yard line. 2nd down, 4. Salem will be in Mountain View next week. We'll be there to bring it to you on KSMO Media. We'll be there on AM 1340, FM 95.7 on the radio side, and KSMOradio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube on the streaming video side. 2nd and 4, down to 1:21 left. Inside handoff. Du Bois with big running room to the outside. He's to the 40. It's a foot race to the 20, to the 10. And Silas is in for the touchdown. 60-yard touchdown run for Silas Du Bois.
You said get on the board, Stan.
Well, I do.
Did you call that?
I did.
Okay.
Not a chance, Rick.
Nice job by Silas, Stan. Line give him just a little bit of a hole, a little bit of crease in there, and he took it all the way to the house from there. Wow.
And Rick, it's an inside handoff, and we don't do that very often, but we saw it tonight.
See, and we've always talked about that misdirection, Stan, always getting us, and tonight it got the Mountain Grove Panthers.
And just the speed of Du Bois route running the Mountain Grove defenders back there. I think he outran Murphy is the one who was the last one back there.
Nice
Salem
job.
Looks like they're going to line up to go for two. Nope,
Nope,
no, they're going to actually have Will Land.
Will's
kicker.
out there. Yep.
They hadn't had a kicker for so long. I didn't know if they would try it. Will tried one last week. High snap, the kick is up, and
blocked.
Kick is blocked. And I don't know in high school if you can advance a block kick. I know in pros you can, but I do not believe so. The kick is blocked. And so Salem Tigers trail up by 8.
With 1:07 to go here in the first half, Stan.
14-6. And Rick, I'm sure some of the other SCA schools are going to see this.
What?
Yeah, like, oh. But yes, so far.
It'd be a big stop right here, Stan, with 1:07 to go if the defense can make a stand and keep them off the board here with 1:07 to go.
And the scary thing is, Rick, is they have the speed.
Yes, they do.
And they have the ability to take kickoffs back for touchdowns. And that's something we hope that just doesn't happen.
True.
I want to thank our friends at Jet Tire and Auto at 800 South Park Avenue. They have professional level service, a great selection of tires, off-road accessories, and new wheels. Get that hometown feel when you go to Jet Tire and Auto, 800 South Park, 573-79-3650. And also by your friends at Rocky G Western Trading Post. For all your Western apparel, boots, decor, and more, they've got it at 3629 North Highway 19 in Salem. Locally owned and ready to assist you. Come tomorrow, 573-247-5000. Rocky G Western and Trading Post for your Western needs. They're all proud to support your Tigers. They're doing a good job tonight against the Mountain Grove Panthers on senior night.
Senior night.
So Will Land will kick it off. He stepped to the right, and Golden to the left. Comes down towards E-step, and again it goes out of bounds. That's going to move the ball up to the 35-yard line.
Gives them a little shorter field stand.
No time runs off when that happens.
Nope.
So Mountain Grove has still 3 timeouts and 1:07 to play with. Rick, that's a lot of time.
That's a lot of time, yeah. Especially like you say when they got 3 timeouts in their pocket.
And they've got some quality weapons out there.
Yeah, they do.
So the kickoff brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, Willie Strader agent, 729-4941. Get in touch with Willie if you have any questions about your insurance needs. So Salem will get the second half kickoff.
Yes, they
right?
will. Yep.
All right, well, you know E-step is never happy, and a timeout called by Coach Neil Myers.
Yep.
1:07 remains in the half. 14-6. Mountain Grove on top. We'll take a 30-second break and come right back. This timeout brought to you as a courtesy of your friends at American Family Insurance in 1104 South Main Street at Salem. Talk with Jonah at your first convenience. Back in 30 seconds. Tiger football on KSMO Media.
It's only because of our sponsors we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. Some of these sponsors include Town and Country Bank, one of America's best regional banks in 2025 as ranked by Newsweek. United Country Salem Realty, Hubs Tire Center, On the Spot Auto Glass, Ozark Overhead Door, Looking Glass Salon, and the Technology Junkyard. Thanks to these sponsors, we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events.
It was bad.
And here at KSMO Radio, 1340 AM, 95.7 FM. Don't forget, we have Missouri Tiger football for you tomorrow, 11 o'clock against Alabama. Right now, though, it's Mountain Grove and Salem getting together and keeping it himself as he step, and he slips down at the 35-yard line. No gain. They're going to line up real quick, Rick, and try and get off another play.
Yep.
He had some running room.
Yeah, he did.
Hayden lost his balance trying to make that cut. Hands that ball off the middle up to the fullback, and Curtis gets about 4. And then Mountain Grove will burn one of their timeouts with 44 seconds left. With a score, Mountain Grove 14, Salem 6. Back at 30 seconds. Timeout brought to you by American Family Insurance agent Jonah Schaefer. You're listening and watching Salem Tiger Football on KSMO Media.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We welcome you back to the Salem High School football field, Bill Schuchart Stadium. We're right before halftime. 14-6, Mountain Grove has the lead. They have the ball with 44 seconds left on a third and about 6.5.
Yeah. At the 39-yard line, they stand pretty close.
Just a tick in front of it.
Okay.
So that's why I said 39.5 or 6.5. Again, in the flex bone. E-step. Giving that ball off up the middle, and the Tigers doing a good job of keeping the Curtis boy from getting the first down. To bring up 4th and about 1. And Mountain Grove will burn another timeout. 4th down and 1 with 32 seconds left. Timeout brought to you by Jonah Schaefer and your local American Family Insurance agent right here in Salem. And we're going to take a 30-second break and return. It's Tiger Football on KSMO Media.
From our yard into your home. At Canoak, Missouri in Salem, we specialize in superior kiln-dried lumber and hardwood flooring built to last. Choose from red oak, white oak, and hickory. Ask about grade lumber and special orders for straight line ripping and custom widths. Visit us at 435 County Road 6430 or call 573-729-3310. Canoak, Missouri. High-end quality wood, locally made.
Welcome back. Salem High School football field, Bill Schuchart Stadium. 4th down and about 1.5 yards, almost 2.
See if Salem can make a stop here, Stan, and get the ball back. Yeah.
32 seconds to go. Salem has a timeout left, as does Mountain Grove. E-step gives that ball up the middle. 1st down and more for the fullback. Curtis gets across midfield. They stop the clock to move the chains. So with 27 seconds left until they get the chains moved, they can't snap the ball. They have to wait for if they're started before they move the chains. Can't do that, guys. They're going deep down the middle of the field, and it is going to be dropped. It is dropped out there by Gardner. That's his second drop of the game. Rick, they actually snapped the ball before the chain crew was ready. You can't do that.
The chain's got to be set.
Official has to give him the go-ahead, right?
Yeah.
That should have been a penalty.
Yeah, and like you say, the guy in the middle should not have backed out until everything is ready.
But that should have been a penalty. You have to wait for the chain crew to get set.
Wow.
Yeah, that was nuts. 15 seconds left. 2nd down and 10. I'd look for that pass again. E-step gets away from one man. He's got a lot of running room. He'll take off down the sideline. He gets by one man, by another, and gets down to the 15-yard line where he goes out of bounds with 6 seconds left. Well, last week we actually had Smith actually kind of shadowing their quarterback, but that didn't happen this time.
True.
And E-step goes, let's see what they finally do, mark him down at the, 17?
17, I think, Stan, yeah.
All the way from the 45 to the 17, and so we're talking about, 5 and then 30 and then 2 or 3. So how about 38?
Okay.
And a first down, by the way. They're 10th. Of this first half. 14-6 our score. We're going to keep it here on this timeout. And we'll let you know that our friends at Legends Auto remind you to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape as the seasons begin to change. At 500 West Scenic Groves Boulevard, the corner of 3272 and MacArthur, they can take care of all your vehicle needs. Get in touch with them at 573-729-2884. Legends Auto, they're proud to be a supporter of your Salem Tigers. Well, 6 seconds left, Rick. Run or pass?
I think they're going to put it in the air, Stan.
I think you're right. The Tigers have to keep it out of the end zone.
Yeah, they do.
That's all they have to do. E-step will go in the shotgun.
Timeout.
And a timeout called by the Salem Tigers.
Yep.
And Coach Neil Myers. We'll take a 30-second break and return. It's 14-6. Panthers on top. It's Tiger football. This timeout brought to you by Jonah Schaefer, your local American family insurance agent, 729-5165. Back in 30. It's Tiger football on KSMO Media.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Stick around during halftime. We'll give you some stats from this game. 14-6, Panthers on top. Each team used all their timeouts in this first half.
Yep.
They hadn't used hardly any until about 2 minutes ago. He stepped in the shotgun. He gets it. Looking to his left. Fire that ball in the middle of the field, and it is incomplete. Came up short. I think that pass is intended for number 22, and that is Murphy, but it was a little bit of a short hop on him, Rick. I'm not sure if he didn't lose his footing or what.
Yeah.
Trying to come back for that, but it's incomplete, and the Salem Tigers defense hold, and we have a ball game coming into the second half, and the Salem Tigers will get the ball first when we return in the second half. Rick, your impression of this game after last week's overtime win? You got to be pretty impressed with the Salem Tiger bunch against the best team in the SCA.
Well, and you're right, Shane. I think just like the end of last week, Shane, I think the confidence is kind of built over into this game.
There was confidence building in from last week. They should have a heck of a lot of it coming out in the second half.
That's exactly
keeping
right.
Mountain Grove to 14 points. I don't think they've been kept that low all season long in the first half.
Salem will get the ball to start the second half.
What?
Yeah.
Salem will get
that?
the ball?
Yeah.
Well, that's just like bonus. Bonus points on your pinball machine.
Let's
You
go.
used to remember those?
That's right. Yeah, I do. I do remember that.
I do too. Those were always fun. Ding, 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 ding. Well, we are going to be at halftime shortly. That halftime show brought to you by Nikon Salem Realty for sponsoring our halftime show. Again, we really do appreciate all of our great sponsors that have been providing us the opportunity to bring you Salem Tiger sports, be it football or volleyball, and other special events as well. Don't forget, save time when you're trying to locate real estate anywhere in Missouri by heading over to United Country Salem Realty. Babette Wells, the broker owner over there, and her great staff can take care of you, answer the questions you might have. And if you're looking for property even outside the area, they can assist you there as well. 573-729-3148 or stop by 605 South Main. That's Babette Wells, broker owner of United Country Salem Realty, proud to support your Salem Tigers. And again, we do want to remind everybody this is senior night. And Rick, I just think at halftime or right now, maybe we should just go ahead and give everybody senior night again in case they're joining us a little bit late. Again, every year, Salem Tigers do this, salute the seniors, not only in the football team. It used to be just a football team. That was back years and years and years ago. But now it's the football team, the band, as well as the cheerleaders. And so here's the seniors that are being saluted tonight that were prior to the game. And it's Everett Campbell. And, of course, Everett got hurt, and he's out for the rest of the season, as is Eddie Ragsdale, senior. And you really hate to see that.
That's true.
Your high school career comes to an end, and you're not able to play. Hayden Ragsdale, Ira Barton, Casey Malone, Gavin Sapaw, Titan Shepard, Charlie Terrell, Daniel Black on the football team. For the cheerleaders, Maggie Hogan, Allie Schaefer, Sydney Warden, Bailey Anderson, Tanner O'Neill. And on the band, Gabby Pruitt, Emmy Ballard, Olivia French, Carter Foster, Riley Remster, David Seitz, Lexi Colburn, Titan Shepard, Knox Smith, Erwin Seelan Noonan, and Blaine Kennedy. Again, all saluted here prior to the game tonight between the Salem Tigers and the Mountain Grove Panthers, which is at halftime right now with Mountain Grove up by only 8 points, 14-6. We're going to take a 3-minute break and come back with some numbers for you when we return. It is Salem Tiger football. It is on KSMO Media.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Bundle auto, home, and life and save up to 25%. American Family Insurance.
It's only because of our incredible sponsors we're able to bring you Salem Tiger Sports and community events. A couple of those sponsors include Discount Bins in Salem. Discount Bins has truckloads of new merchandise each week, and the prices drop every day until they're gone. Jet Tire and Auto, Salem's only licensed Lucas Oil Service Center. Drive in today at 800 South Park Avenue right here in Salem. Thanks to these fine sponsors, we're able to bring you Salem Tiger Sports and community events.
The Bank of Salem was founded in 1883 on the principles of local ownership, a commitment to the people of our community, local decisions, and a conservative approach to banking. As one of the oldest locally owned banks in the Ozarks, we've had the privilege to serve generations of local families. We pride ourselves on dedication to our customers and the people of Dent County, and we take pride in being an important part of it for years to come. The Bank of Salem, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Town & Country Supermarkets. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available. Then clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop in the store for your favorite items, then tell us your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan this QR code to learn more and start saving more today.
Duncan Family Chiropractic provides chiropractic care to everyone from newborn to elderly. Dr. Duncan treats wellness, sports injuries, chronic ear infections, pregnancy, and more. Ask Dr. Duncan about your full line of supplements, including Juice Plus and standard processed supplements, as well as pain relief, BioFreeze products.
We are at halftime, and Stan Stevens and Rick Hoyt with you here, and we've been disciplined. Well, we have been, so we'll just try and get by it. See what the best we can do.
That's right.
Okay. That's all I can do. Anyway, we are at halftime, brought to you by, again, United Country Salem Realty Group down there on North Main on Highway 19, and we really do appreciate them bringing you our halftime stats. And Rick is interesting in this game because – in the past, and we have seen Mountain Grove do this to us in the past, they've aired that ball out, it seems like, when we didn't expect it.
Yeah.
And so far tonight, they really didn't do that when we didn't expect it. They had a couple passes obviously dropped, which that's got to be just killer. Brett Gardner dropped one in the end zone on the north side, and then he dropped one in the end zone on the south side.
At least he's 2 for 2.
Hey, you know what? Equal opportunity, buddy.
That's right.
Anyway, nonetheless, but the thing is, though, is that it hasn't been that Estep has been off on all of his passes. It's just, and he did miss badly on a couple passes on the north side.
Yeah.
He threw one a little bit short to, I believe it was Murphy that tried to pull up, and I think he slipped down.
Yeah.
But even had he caught the ball, I don't think it would have been a touchdown. I think it looked like it was about a foot or two short of the goal line on the last play of the half. But again, no passing yardage for Mountain Grove in this first half. Are you a little surprised that they came out and didn't try to throw something a little bit short?
Well, I mean, it seemed like everything that, like you say, everything that they did, Stan, looked like it wanted to go deep, and maybe they seen something in the film with the Salem Tigers, but that we can go deep on these guys, and like you say, I mean, Estep, like you say, has had some pretty good throws, and and his receivers are not helping him out. But like you say, he's had one, like you say, an overthrow, and he's had an underthrow. So, but it could be. It could be a lot worse if his just receivers couldn't hang on to the ball.
And you can kind of say the same thing with Salem Tigers. One pass to Silas. Had Hayden been able to to have him bring that in.
Yeah.
He had to put a little bit more touch on it,
Yeah.
and he had that in. He might have gone a long way.
Yeah,
I mean, definitely would have had a first down.
Yeah, because definitely would have been a first down and
Yeah.
kept that drive alive. You're right.
So, I mean, both sides have had, I'll just say, drop passes in their passing game.
Yep.
But the running game has been pretty good for both teams.
Yeah.
Silas has kind of stood out for the Salem Tigers, and their fullback, Braden Curtis has really had a fine game for Mountain Grove.
Yeah, you're right, Stan. And and we'll look at that here in just a second. But you look at we'll look at the stats here. But if you look at the stats, it looks like it's lopsided. But it's it's a lot of it is a lot of the Tiger yardage stand is done by Silas. And where Mountain Grove has had 2 or 3 guys that's got pretty good yardage tonight. So it's kind of spread around a little bit. We got to get more out of some more of these Salem Tigers than this Silas.
So Mountain Grove has had 4 drives, Rick, in this game. One on the initial kickoff, they went down and Salem Tigers helped.
Yep.
So they went from their own 35-yard line to, it was about the 12 or 14, then they got a penalty.
Yeah.
And they moved the ball back. And Salem was able to stop them on 4th down. Took the ball over. They had a nice drive come up, but couldn't score, punted the ball away. And Mountain Grove then had their touchdown, then had another drive, and that one finally did culminate in a touchdown early in that second quarter. But it was almost, 83-yard drive? I'm sorry, a 73-yard drive?
Yep.
Something like that, right around the 25-yard line.
Yep.
And it took, we're talking about the time that touchdown came across, we'd already played 15 minutes of football.
Yeah.
And there was only 3 possessions.
So that kind of tells you what both teams were doing. And you're right, Stan. I mean, both teams were running. They were getting first down. The clock was kept running, and that's what you get when both teams can do that.
Right. So Salem Tigers' next possession wasn't very long, but then they came back, and then Mountain Grove took that next possession and went in for a touchdown. So, then you look back, and the Tigers on their following possession after that, they score a touchdown.
Yep.
The Mountain Grove again had the ball about 35-yard line. They got all the way down inside the 20, Rick.
Yep.
You're talking about 50, 55 yards 4 times. That's 200-plus yards.
Yep. And
260 yards rushing is not it's not really out of the question.
No, I mean, you're right, like you say, Stan, because they, and their leading carry tonight, Stan, like you were talking about, is going to be Braden Curtis, and he's got 16 carries, and he's got 134 of them himself. So if you look at that, and you look at Mr. Eastep, Stan, with 4 carries of 54 yards, and you've got Murphy at 4 for 40, Stan, you got Eli Golden for 3 for 32. So they kind of spread it out a little bit, except for their main guy is the Curtis guy.
And he has definitely been running the ball very, very well tonight and take nothing away. But the Tigers, I was very impressed, though, right before half when they were going to rely on Curtis to try and get some yardage before they went to halftime to set up possibly a throw in or maybe even get a touchdown on the ground. True. The Tigers held him to short yardage, 2 back-to-back plays.
Yeah, they did.
That forced them to have to do something different, and made them use timeouts.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they made them have to do something they didn't want to do, Stan. They thought that they could just kind of go down the field, but Salem Tigers defense stood up and made 2 good stops there to make them use 2 of their timeouts. So that was a nice job on that last drive, actually, by the defense.
And the other thing that maybe our listeners are not aware of in high school football, if you're just listening to high school football or watching it for the first time, on a first down, kind of in college, they stopped the clock to move the chains. Yeah. Well, Mountain Grove actually ran a play while the chains were still being moved.
They were running.
And so you can't do that. Yeah. And so anyway, I'm surprised the officials didn't throw a flag, but anyway. That they're supposed to give them the cue when to go.
Yeah, that official on that side saying he's got to set the chain gang before that play goes.
Yeah. But the Whitehead has to start the play. Yeah. They have to start the play after the chains are set. Yeah. So anyway, that did not happen, but no penalty was thrown. But again, it all went for naught because the pass was incomplete, got dropped. So no harm done.
That's right.
But again, with that clock stopping because of the timeout. That way, even if they had they maybe would have had a little bit more time to go down once they got closer to the goal line. But, Rick, they had to burn 2 of them out high, and that really did change things for Mountain Grove, all because the Tiger defense really stood up right before halftime.
They did. And like I say, they ended up with rushing in this first half, Stan, which is a good half, like I say, for Mountain Grove. They ended up with 260 yards of rushing. And like I say, they was Eastep put the ball up, Stan, 5 times, completed no passes. So they ended up with 260 yards of total offense in this first half.
10 first downs for Mountain Grove, 4 penalties over 30 yards. A couple of those penalties hurt them. On a couple of holding penalties really did hurt them bad. Salem Tigers, they finished with 117 yards rushing, right, Rick?
You bet.
And they were led by Silas DuBois.
Silas
of course,
DuBois.
with the big 60-yard run,
Yeah,
that
with
would
the
probably
60.
be, obviously, half of your offense. In
Yes,
one,
that was on one play.
There you go. 6 first downs, though, for Salem in that first half. So it's not been a total domination by Mountain Grove on the clock or anything else. It's been a fairly
It's been
even
an
football
even played game. I mean,
Right.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
And Salem had 1 penalty for 5 yards. There you go. We are at halftime. We are going to take a short break and come back. We'll give you some scores, some other SCA games, and we'll go over some of the scoring in this one, and also give you a prelude to what's coming up here over the weekend and into next week. It's getting near district time, Ricky. No chance to rob the cradle anymore. It's not early in the season, man. It's time to actually put up or shut up.
That's
at
right.
this stage.
You've
Really,
had a full season.
You got a full season, and now you're going to district play. It's the playoffs. You got to play your best. We're going to take a 3-minute break and come back. It's Tiger football on KSMO Media.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you.
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and Think Time make a difference.
Join us.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
Call Joe Brand in Salem at 729-3831.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
Want to change a life in just 1 hour a week? Thanks to the opioid settlement funds through Healthy Dent County, the Mentoring Makes a Difference program is here, connecting caring adults with local students. 1 hour of your time can make a lasting difference. Join us today and become a mentor. Contact liberty@salemcommunitycenter.org or call 573-729-8163. Mentoring makes a difference. 1 hour, one child, one big impact.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
Hi, I'm Susie Cahill, Director of Healthy Dent County Fitness Center. Are you looking for a place to begin your journey to better health? Come inside. Never in my life have I been in another atmosphere where everyone was so friendly and eager to help others. It's not just the staff, it's the members. They are so passionate about what they do and so excited to help you. If you're ready to begin your journey to better health, come by and see us.
Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center in Salem is here for all of your veterinary needs. From your house cat to a herd of cattle, Dr. Cunningham and her expert staff are here to help. Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center is committed to providing your animals with the highest level of care and support. Schedule an appointment today for checkups, boarding, surgery, supplies, or even 24/7 emergency services for established clients. Stop by or call in today and get the veterinary care that your pets deserve.
And we welcome you back to the Salem High School football field. We are at halftime. Couple scores from around the SCA. Ricky Thayer Bobcats lead Ava 22-0. And Houston is over Willow Springs at halftime 14-7. Didn't have any score on Mountain View and Kabul.
Yep.
So trying to give you some updates on SCA. 14-6. Mountain Grove with the lead here. And one of the things that we talk about these two teams getting together, they've had a history for years and years and years of, being the two best teams in the SCA for a long time.
Yep.
And those two teams, when they matched up, Salem and Ava, or Salem and Mountain Grove, you knew you had the best of the SCA.
Yep.
And it's going to be smash mouth, punch them in the gut, do whatever you had to football. And that's just the way it was going to be. Now, we've
big
seen
rivals.
Things,
Yeah.
Big rivals. We've
Yeah.
seen things change a little bit. We're still rivals.
Yeah.
But the success of the programs, Mountain Grove had a little bit of downtime. Salem's had a little bit of downtime. Come back. Salem had gone down. I remember we upset Mountain Grove at Mountain Grove here about what I think Garrett Connell's last year as quarterback.
Yeah.
And that was a big shock because they were considered one of the top teams in the SCA. Just wasn't there. So, Rick, when you think back and you look back at these two teams and the history they've had and how close some of these games have been, remember we had an onside kick. Did they know what happened? And they said it was touched, and they said it wasn't touched, and they said it was out of bounds, and they said it wasn't out of bounds. And Coach Mack about lost it. I mean, I'm telling you. But these are the kind of things that happen between rivalries. And tonight, we've got a 14-6 game at halftime on senior night. I got a little testament to the Salem football Tigers for bringing back some tradition.
Yeah, and you're right, Stan. And when these, like I say, these two teams get, like I say, and it's been for years and years between these two teams that, that was usually like a 1-2. I mean, you're talking. I mean, you're right. I mean, that was the winner could come out of that could win the SCA conference, and that's that's exactly what it was for years. I mean, it was these two teams, and so if you look at this game tonight, Stan, and I got to hand it to the Salem Tigers. They've stayed in there, and and they've come back here, and it's only got a 14-6. Only down by 8. You get the ball here to start the second half. Hey, let's see what happens.
We got 24 minutes of football.
That's
Let's
right.
see what plays.
Yeah.
Scoring tonight, though, it all started in the second quarter. First quarter was scoreless. Mountain Grove's Eli Gold went in from 8 yards out at 9:03, and the kick after by Lauderdale was good, 7-0. Tigers couldn't get a lot going on their next possession, had to punt the ball away, and it was Mountain Grove coming back at the 158 mark on a run by Braden Curtis, their fullback, 8-yard run. Lauderdale, the point after, was good, 14-0. But Salem Tigers got the ball back. We said it would be nice to put points on before halftime. And I guess Silas had us wired in.
I guess he
did. And he took off from 60 yards out, took it all the way. The kick after was blocked. 14-6 our score here at halftime. Also want to remind you, tomorrow Missouri has Alabama coming to Faroe Field. Should be a dandy SEC matchup. That'll get underway at 11 o'clock right here on KSMO Media. And then the Blues take on Calgary tomorrow afternoon. That game starts at 3. We'll be joining that game in progress immediately after Missouri. That's Blues and Calgary tomorrow, and that will be in Calgary. And we'll have that contest on KSMO. Also, pass on that next Monday, the Lady Volleyball Tigers will be hosting Plato. It'll be their senior night. They originally had on the schedule a freshman match, JV match, and varsity match. The freshman match will not be held. It's been canceled. So only the JV and varsity will play. Again, starting at 5 o'clock. So again, that will start at 5 with the JV match and the varsity match to follow on Monday against Plato. Also, our Lady Tigers have been seated 4th in district play, and on the 21st of October at Cuba, they'll take on the Cuba Lady Wildcats. They've already played Cuba this year. Salem beat them here at Salem. They're going to be in their home ballpark. So, Tigers in district play will play on Tuesday, 5 o'clock at Cuba. The winner of that contest will then play Sullivan, a number 1 seed, on Thursday, also at 5 o'clock. So, John, you kind of get a little bit up to date on what we have. And next Friday, we're going to be in Mountain View.
Mountain View.
Yep. Mountain View. Yep. Take on the Mountain View Liberty Eagles, and that game will get underway at 7 o'clock. Pre-game show about 6:30 with Tiger Talk coach Neil Myers. And it'd be nice to be talking about a win over this Mountain Grove team, wouldn't it? Right before that one on Tiger Talk? That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
We need to take a short pause and come back. We've got the second half waiting for us before we take that pause. I want to tell you that Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center can handle all your animal health care needs. Dr. Ashley Cunningham, she's the veterinarian, and she can take care of your pets or your livestock. Not too many vets do the livestock. She does. 573-729-4031. Drop by 900 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. And the Salem License Office, they're proud to support your Lady Tigers in volleyball and your football Tigers on the gridiron. 1104 South Main Street, 573-729-8305. If you have a license you need to get for your vehicle, or you need to get a license, or maybe get that real ID, Ricky, head on down to Salem License Office, check them out, or give them that call, 573-729-8305. Let's take a 1-minute break and come back with the second half kickoff. It's Tiger Football on KSMO Media.
Thanks to our amazing sponsors, we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. Some of these sponsors include Living the Dream Outdoor Properties of Salem, specialize in all types of outdoor properties. Rocking G Western Trading Post. Visit today for superior service and personalized attention. Thanks to these fine sponsors, we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
And welcome back to the Salem High School football field on this senior night. And again, I want to thank all the great seniors. And we always need to thank the parents.
Yep.
I know a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, I would have my kid do that or I would have my kid that. Well, you know what? These players, these cheerleaders, these band members have dedicated parents that if they want to play an instrument, if they want to cheer, if they want to play football or volleyball, whatever, they put the extra effort in to make sure that these kids get that opportunity. Rick, tip a cap to the parents that make that happen. I tip my cap to my mom, who used to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get me to hockey practice at 5. Yeah, 5 a.m., yeah.
There's more goes to it.
Oh, yeah. Yes. So, you know what? Never shortchange the parents, for without them, some of these kids would not be able to be playing or participating, and we want to thank those parents that put that extra effort in.
And they really support them.
And, you know, and when the kid gets hurt, you know, the parents are right there to get them the needed treatment that they have, whatever it might be. So, again, tip of the cap to the parents on senior night as well. For all the seniors that are participating in maybe their last sport of the year, maybe their last cheer of the year at home, they think. Well, it is the last regular season game.
Yep.
So we don't know that for sure.
Okay.
All righty. And it will be Martin to kick it off. We're still waiting on the official to get set up. Look. You could walk through the field. You could actually do that.
He's almost there, Stan.
He's almost there. I think he's going to stop short, Ricky.
Okay. All right.
All right. We're ready for that kickoff by Martin now, and he does kick it off. Comes down to the right side and taken there by Paxton Deason. Coming in the middle of the field, and Paxton trying to get across the field, and that's not going to work. Mountain Grove's got just too much speed.
Yep.
They'll take him down to 22-yard line. Let's take a look at the Salem Tiger offensive starters for tonight.
Charlie Otero, senior.
Titan Shepard, senior.
Cole Crocker, junior.
Titus White, sophomore.
Jonathan Bettigrew, junior.
Silas Boyce, junior.
Alton May, sophomore. Case Malone, senior.
Hayden Ragsdale, senior. Gavin Sapal, senior.
Max Schlover, junior.
Very good, Rick. You did a great job.
I want to get fired, Stan.
I don't want to
get fired.
Yeah, well.
All right, Stan, here we go.
We are ready. Let's see what the Tigers can do in this first offensive possession. Come back, give it to Du Bois. And Du Bois is still on his feet and gets out to about the 26-yard line. Gain of about 3, maybe 4. Let's see where they put him down.
Okay.
How was that? Almost.
About the 24, Stan?
Yep. Yeah, that's a horrible spot, Rick.
Wow.
But anyway, from what I saw, that's a horrible spot. So it'll be second down and about 8. Hallinar comes wide to the left side. In motion goes Land. Ragsdale kicks it out to him, trying to turn that corner. Bow! He got popped right at the line of scrimmage. Woo. Will Land just got hammered out there. That was Murphy that gave him the shot, Ricky. It'll bring up 3rd and 8. Murphy came from outside, and man, from his defensive back position, he just clocked him.
Woo. Talk about a collision, huh, Stan? Woo.
They'll mark the ball at the 30, so they give him about a yard. That's a hard yard, man.
He earned that.
He did. 10:34 and counting here in the third quarter. Tigers on his 3rd and long. in their own zone. It's kind of a key play to this half. Ragsdale back to throw, fires it out, and the ball is incomplete.
He had Alton open out there, Stan.
Yep, intended for Alton May. I'm not sure that would have been a first down anyway, Rick. Depends upon where Alton went down. He was close to the first down, but I'm not sure, even if he caught it, that it would have made it.
Yeah.
I'll bring up fourth down. Eastep will step back to field the punt, back about his own 40-yard line. Will land back to punt. That's not how we hoped the second half would start out.
True.
Maybe the Tigers can get a turnover or something here, but let's hope it's a good snap and all. It's a little bit low, but getting off the punt is Land. It's going to come down near the 50-yard line. Takes a Salem Tiger bounce down to the 40, down to the 38-yard line.
Yep.
Down there by Alton May. That's where Mountain Grove will have it, 1st and 10. Want to thank our friends at Technology Junkyard for being a proud supporter of your Tigers. They do repair services for your TV and computer, but also do recycling and refurbishing services, like refurbished monitors. You can get them at a very, very affordable price. And other refurbished electronics that Chris has out there. Check them out. Some from way back when. You'd like it. Stop on by Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, 573-453-0418. Technology Junkyard.
Okay, Stan, here we go.
All right. Eastep back at quarterback, Curtis back at fullback. Let's see if they try anybody else. Nope, they go right back to Curtis, and up the middle he goes. He shot through that line and picks up about 8. I mean to tell you, Rick, he was through there in a heartbeat.
How about that Salem Tiger defense, Stan?
Heck of a play, but it's a flag down. Personal foul against Mountain Grove. Tiger defense, I mean, got him. That guy, he was through that line in no time, Rick.
Watch this.
He's through that line,
Whoa,
nobody there, and it was Max Schlomer coming up making that tackle, but 15-yard penalty. Going to move the ball back to the 13 or 33-yard line. I did not see the penalty.
I did not, yeah.
But that hole was awful big, so it wouldn't surprise me if it had something to do with that.
So we're going to give the gain how much, Stan?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
Oh, they're going to say what happened at the end of the play. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. I thought they're
getting.
I don't know where I didn't even see where the flag was.
Yeah,
Rick.
I didn't. Coach Snyers, I think, is needing a.
Yeah, because if it was behind the line of scrimmage, it goes back from the line. And they're gonna. It looks like they're gonna leave it there. So it's 7 yards back. So he had an 8-yard gain.
8-yard gain. Okay.
And then they're gonna move it back 15. So that usually happens when the penalty occurs at the end of the play. Usually a dead ball foul. But I never did see a flag.
I didn't either. Okay.
Inbounds line to the right. Eastep hands that ball off up the middle, and again your fullback's getting carried basically by Murphy.
Wow.
Out to the 40-yard line. And that's not I don't believe you can grab on and carry him. You can push him, but look, watch, he's grabbing him and pulling him. I don't believe you can do that. But I don't know these new rules on the tush push and everything else. So a gain of about 8, almost 9. Bring up 3rd and 8. Now they're kind of waiting for the play clock. That play must have occurred after they were down, Rick, because it's 3rd down. And that's what that might be what Coach Swafford is asking.
Yeah.
Inside handoff to Murphy, trying to get to the outside, breaks a tackle. Cannot break another, though, as the Tigers get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by Brody Ray to come up there after the initial hit in the backfield. And I believe that was Titus White that might have gotten him first, or at least slowed him down. And then Brody Ray finished him off. So it'll bring up 4th down and 11. And we're going to see Mountain Grove punt. But we have nobody back. I don't think we believe it. Snap is back, and there's a good reason not to believe it. Then he does kick it. Eastep kicks it all the way down to the 21-yard line. That's where it rolls out of bounds. Let's see where the official actually spots it, Rick, because I guarantee you he put it at the 20. He wasn't even watching where it went out of bounds.
No, he wasn't.
The side judge is the one that kind of put it down to 21, and then he moved it back to the 20. So 1st and 10 for the Salem Tigers. A good job by defense. Of course, got aided by a penalty there, but good job by the Tigers. 8:25 to go third quarter. Still 14-6. Mountain Grove with the lead. Now the Tiger offense has got to get untracked here in this second half. We got to see something.
Yeah, we need a drive here.
Yeah, we need to get a few yards.
We need to get out of there. Yeah.
Keep the defense off the field for a while.
Yeah.
May in at right tailback. Hand up the middle to Malone, and Malone's going to get about 2. Not much room up there. So Kaysen with a 2-yard gain.
Okay.
2nd down and 8. Just no holes up the middle that Mountain Grove has really allowed.
Yeah, there's not much there, Stan.
Yeah, Tiger offense trying to jump out and get at least some kind of opening up there, but not that time. Ragsdale handed that ball off. That was a very late handoff. That was very treacherous. I think Du Bois had the ball, but it's kind of scary. Only a gain of a yard. A very late handoff. That's the kind that you see gets punched out of there. So
yeah, ends up on the ground. You got to be careful there. Yeah.
3rd down and at least 6. The Tigers had some success running outside the tackles. Right now they've been kind of keeping it up the middle between the tackle and guard.
Yep.
But it's not generating any offense right now. Hand off to Du Bois, and he is swallowed. He's just swallowed after no gain. Coming through, he tried to cut inside. Rick, that was probably a mistake at that time.
There was nothing
I know
there
wasn't a lot outside, but there's definitely nothing inside.
Either, yeah.
That's going to bring up 4th down. So the Tigers ran 3 plays for 4 yards. That's just not going to do it.
No, the defense has got to go right back out there. You're right, Stan.
But that has to change. You got to get a little bit more creative on this. Mount Grove, they're just going to keep.
They're going to stack.
Yeah. If you're only going on the inside between the tackles and the guards, they're going to lock you up.
Yeah.
They're not going to let you get outside. Because then, basically, you're kind of just keying off what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Laying back to punt in his own 10 and snapped over his head into the end zone. He just kicks it out for a safety. It'll be a safety for Mountain Grove on a bad snap by the Salem Tigers. So Mountain Grove adds to their lead. It's now 16-6. Well, he could have fallen on it, but it does the same.
Yeah, same thing. Yep.
So it's 6:01 after the horrible snap. No way Will Land's going to get that one.
No.
Mountain Grove gets a safety.
Salem will have to either punt it or kick it off here, Stan.
Well, we've seen that's, 3 bad snaps on punts we've had this year?
Yep.
2 of them going over the head and one way too short.
Yep.
Went through the legs. Well, that's not what the Tigers had in mind coming out here to start this second half. Offense has just been shut down. And then on a punt, not every snap's going to be good, but you don't have a guy back there that's 6'8". So, you got to.
Yeah. You can't, like you say, let it go that high. Yep.
And they practice this all the time.
Yeah.
You just hope that the snap's going to be within reason so he can catch it and then get off the punt. But not this time. It was over his head, and that gives Mountain Grove an additional 2 points. But give credit to Will Land. Either fall on the ball or just kick it out of the end zone. He just kicked it out.
Yeah, don't give him a touchdown.
No. That ball's free.
It's a free ball. If they landed on it in there, that's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown. You bet. Anyway, 16-6.
See if he wants to kick off or if he wants to punt it here, Stan.
It looks like he's got a tee.
Okay.
Or it looks like they're getting him a tee, I should say.
Okay.
I don't know if he has it yet, but.
All right, there we go. You're right. He does, Stan.
All right, so East Step will go deep, as will Eli Golden. Land on his kickoffs has actually been kicking it out of bounds. So again, a kick squirts down there, and it's going to go out of bounds. This time it's going to be spotted at a much better location for Mountain Grove. I think at the 45, I believe.
At the 46 is where I'm assuming he's standing at, Stan.
Well, they'll probably be the 46. I believe it goes out of bounds on the flag. It would have been 45, but it doesn't go back to the 35. I know that.
See where they're going to put it.
They're going to put it at 46.
46. Stan, how about that Tiger defense? We're going to let him go?
Well, let's talk about the Tiger defense. Here's the starters for Salem Tiger defense.
Titus White, sophomore.
Toby Hayes, junior.
Daniel Black, senior.
Ira Barton,
senior.
Case Malone, senior.
Gavin Sapal, senior.
Brody Ray, junior.
Max Schlomer, junior.
Silas Boyce, junior.
Paxton Deason, junior.
The other corner. And a gain.
E-step took that stand right up the middle.
Right, a gain of about 8, I guess. They're going to mark him down at the 46. So E-step with a carry here. Hasn't carried that much. I remember last year he carried the ball quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's only carried the ball 5 times here tonight.
He has not had to do it. Of course, you got a guy like
he don't need to.
Curtis. Why? Gives it to Curtis again up the middle. Big hole. He gets the first down across the 40 to about a 38. That's a gain of 7 and another first down. .5:24 to go in the third quarter. I think you're going to see Mountain Grove do some things here in this third quarter. I don't think they wanted to be kept to 14 points in that first half. Up the middle again, a big run by your fullback. Curtis gets about 11 and another first down. He's just running right behind their big center. Matter of fact, Malachi Williams just opens up that big hole and up the middle. And it's
opened up, didn't it?
He's a huge guy.
Yeah.
6'3" and 305, Rick. He's a big boy.
He's pretty good size
He's
up there,
a big
Stan.
boy.
Yeah.
And when he takes you on as a block, you're probably not going to win. But he's been opening up those holes, keeping in his E-step up the middle. He'll gain about 5. Well, they're going to actually mark him down at about the 26-yard line. Let's see if they respot that. Now closer to 25, it looks like, Rick.
That's where they're going to, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah, there might be a little sprinkle or two out here. I see rain on the bleachers.
I do see the cheerleaders are kind of covering up.
I see rain on the bleachers over
Okay.
there. So a little light rain falling here at Salem. 2nd down and 7. 4 minutes basically left to go in this third quarter. Handoff up the middle again to Curtis, and Curtis, he's just being the workhorse here. He's going to get about 7, maybe 8, enough for a first down to about the 16-yard line. Nothing fancy here, guys.
Yeah, there's hand the ball off and go as far as you can go.
He's going between Williams and that tackle, and he hasn't really changed that direction.
Yep.
It's working. If it ain't broke. Again, the handoff to Williams. This time he goes the other way, and he's not as successful. Picks up about 4. They might give him 5. The man on the right side goes down to about the 11. The other man on the other side's at about the 12. So we're going to go with the 4.
Gotcha.
2nd down at 6. 3:25 to go. Panthers are just right now starting to wear out the Tiger defense.
Wearing down.
Just wearing them out.
Wearing down, yep.
E-step, gives it again up the middle, and Curtis takes it enough for a first down to about the 5. That'll be a gain of 7. 1st and goal for the Panthers. Give them credit, Ricky. It's just been a methodical run, and 95% of it has been Braden Curtis.
Yeah.
And do we have a guy down?
Yeah. Got my limp in there. It is that Curtis? It is Curtis.
Well, Curtis is going to check out. Mountain Grove brings in Damon La franchise.
The franchise.
Oh, we had fun.
We had
fun with
a discussion with that. Yeah.
Yes, we did. We had fun. La franchise. La franchise. He's going to be a fullback. Let's hope that Mountain Grove player's okay. Flip it back to the outside. Going in the end zone easily on that one will be number 2, Eli Golden, for the touchdown from 5 yards out.
Okay.
2:48 left to go here in this, the third quarter. And
you pound, Stan, and then, like you say, come back with something like that and just let the pitch and let Golden do all the work out there. And he just kind of basically could walk into the end zone.
Lauderdale coming in for the point after. He stepped to hang on. Actually, not Lauderdale, but Martin coming in for the point after. Snap is back, and the kick is up. And it is good. So Martin gets the point after. And now it's 23-6, Rick. But the Tigers... The Tigers' offense right now is just absolutely stagnant.
Yeah. After coming, like you say, in that first half, and then, I'm sure that the Coach Swalvern saying and made some adjustments here at halftime, and they're stacking the line of scrimmage, and that's, they're stopping the Salem Tigers before they can ever get started.
Well, Tigers have to get to the outside. They've got to get some movement. Besides trying to run right up the gut, you're not going to make it. Because they've got 8 guys in the box, Ricky, and they're big boys. And these guys are strong, and they're not going to let you get through. So Tigers going to have to do something to open up. Maybe a screen pass. Do something, just something different. A tight end slant. Just something to open it up a little bit. If it doesn't happen, there's not much chance the Tigers going to be able to come back in this game. Because Mountain Grove right now, they do not look like they want to give up another point.
No, they do not.
They look pretty determined now.
Not in this first part of
the
second half.
Well, now on the first 2 drives that we have seen, they look like they're determined to shut it down right here.
Yeah, we've had enough. It's like,
Well, Martin will kick it off. (23-6), Mountain Grove on top. Ball comes down, kind of checks up on the ground and picking that ball up and trying to make a little move on there is Paxton Deason, I believe. He is just smothered, man. Actually, for the Salem Tigers, that looks like Will Land bringing that ball back.
Okay.
Yeah. So Land with a return up to about the 27-yard line. Kind of yanked his helmet off.
Yeah, he's a little. I didn't see exactly what happened, except for when I looked out, saying he didn't have a helmet. Yeah.
Well, he came up and his helmet was kind of crooked on his head. And I saw him take it off, and the officials are going to blow play dead and have trainer and his coach come out. The coaches come out and take a look at it to make sure.
Like the trainer from the Mountain Grove side stand is checking on him.
Get a little wobbly. If his helmet gets on sideways, Rick, and they turn it a little bit. Get a little wobbly there for a minute or two until.
I think the referee had him kind of sit where you're at here a minute. Yeah.
Yeah. Get on your feet and walk off. Well, he's doing okay. He's a little wobbly.
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah.
Make sure he gets across. Always like to thank our friends and make it possible for us to bring you Tiger football and basketball and baseball and volleyball, all that good stuff. Really do thank all of our great sponsors that make it possible. And I really do appreciate them being with us all season long. Of course, we're getting into district play for both football and basketball. Football and volleyball. and then basketball is going to be starting real soon. So, again,
right around the corner.
We want to thank them all because without them, we can't do this. And, we name them and give them accolades during the game. But, again, it's just so important. You would not be video streaming Salem Tiger Sports without them. So next time you go into their shops, please thank them because without this support,
you wouldn't see it or hear it from us. Yeah,
we're retired.
That's right. But we definitely thank our sponsors.
Absolutely. And Salem has been a great supporting town for years and years and years with all their sports programs, but also their choir and everything else too. So keep up the good work, Salem.
Yep.
1st and 10 for the Salem Tigers. Ragsdale getting that to Alton May. Alton May trying to get to the outside. He's going to get wrapped up. There's no room. He gets thrown down after a loss of 1.
The way their pursuit stand is I would kind of do something and do a little trick and try to do maybe a little reverse or something.
You know, a Mountain Grove player down right now. 23-6 with 2:30 to go in the third quarter. Rick, we're going to take a 30-second break and come back. It's Tiger football on KSMO Media.
Progressive Ozark Bank is proud to announce a better way to manage your debit card fraud alerts. Instead of a phone call, customers will receive a message on their text-enabled numbers if there is a concern on a debit card transaction. It's fast and easy. Want to find out how you can get fraud text alerts on your phone? Drop by or call Progressive Ozark Bank for more information. Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured, where people matter.
There's medical staff is still working on the player that is down. Not quite sure which team it is, but both teams have gone to their respective sidelines and waited while we have a moment. Again, we are going to remind you tomorrow we have a doubleheader in sports. It's the Missouri Tigers and Alabama Crimson Tide at 11 o'clock in the morning right here on KSMO Radio. That's from Furrow Field in Columbia. That place is going to be rocking, Rick. You know that. It's going to be rocking. And immediately following that contest, we have St. Louis Blues hockey. It'll be in Calgary taking on the Flames. That matchup begins at 3 o'clock, and we'll have that on KSMO right after Missouri Tiger football. Come Monday, we have volleyball action for you. The Salem Lady Volleyball Tigers will be hosting the Plato. Oh, my goodness gracious. The Falcons? I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm sorry. I apologize. And they'll be taking on Plato, and that will get underway at 5 o'clock. Now, there was supposed to be a freshman match to start things out. That has been canceled. So that game, the first match will be a JV matchup, and that will be that's Silas DuBois, Rick.
Is it Silas?
Yep. And he's being helped off the field. But that first match will be at 5 o'clock, JV only, and then the varsity match will follow. We'll have that varsity match on KSMO AM 1340 FM 95.7 and video streamed at KSMO Media. That's KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube. Don't forget our Lady Tigers seated 4th in district play. They'll take on Cuba on Tuesday, the 21st of October. 5 o'clock at the Cuba High School gym. We'll be there to bring it to you on KSMO Media. All right, so to bring up 2nd down and 11. Ragsdale keeps it on the outside, trying to flip it back, and getting hammered, taken down as Alton May for a loss of about 6. Ball was pitched back low, and Alton had to go down and get it. But I guess they're trying to keep the water off the ball. A loss of 3.
Yeah.
3rd down and 14 with 1:55 remaining in the third quarter. Well, Salem Tigers had a couple of injuries here in this last quarter, and their best running back, Silas DuBois, going out. Well, Rick, this could be a very, very detrimental second half for the Salem Tigers if injuries continue to
pile up. Yeah.
Not that deep a team. Ragsdale back to throw, fires that ball out, and incomplete. And then a hit late on May by Golden. No flags. That was a pretty good pop.
It was
for
pretty
no
good pop.
flag.
Yep.
They'll bring up 4th down with 1:28 to go in the third quarter. Mountain Grove, after having a 12-6, as far as 14-6 lead, they've come back with a safety and a touchdown. And Mountain Grove trying to shut down this Tiger offense, and if they do, Rick, they'll be given good field position.
Yeah, they will.
Here on this 4th down and about 14. East Step stands deep. I think right here, Mountain Grove would love to put the nail in the coffin if they could. Too many guys on the field for Salem. Down to 3 seconds on the play clock. Gets it off. The kick is Land got injured, so he's not kicking. Ball comes down to the 45-yard line, takes a Mountain Grove bounce to the 44. Was that Titus kicking?
I think it was, wasn't it?
I'm
Whoever
thinking it is.
He got a cast on his hand.
Yeah, it is. So Titus White did the kicking. That means he had to field that snap with that cast?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. 1:20 left to go. Mountain Grove has the ball. Salem Tiger 46-yard line. We're in the third quarter, and it's still got a minute 20 left. It's been all Mountain Grove the second half. Not that it's all points. They just control the ball and everything about this half so far. Back to throw is Estep. He wants to go deep. Got a man wide open, and he dives and can't make the catch. I believe that's Gardner again. He's had a heck of a bad night.
Well, you could see that, Stan. Like you say, when you both seen that as he was starting to come out, Stan, he was running full blast past everybody.
Off the fingertips. It was just barely overthrown. This time he didn't drop it. It just actually was a tick overthrown.
It was overthrown.
That took 6 seconds. Second down and 10. In motion. Doesn't make any difference. Going to give it off to Curtis, and he'll go up 3 yards. I was going to say going in motion was Eli Golden. I thought they might pitch it to him because he had a lot of room to the outside.
Yeah.
But they went right back up the gut with Curtis. And first off, it's good to see him back in the game. Hopefully, you don't want to see anybody getting hurt this late in the season. And down the Salem side, and down on the Mountain Grove side. Again, they stay in the flex bone. Keeping it as that step. E-step comes around the corner. A lot of room. E-step's going to go in for a touchdown. That's going to be a 41-yard touchdown run for Aiden E-step. And Rick, that was pretty easy.
Yeah, when he pulled that out of there, Stan, it was nobody here on the outside for the Salem Tigers. They all come to the middle of the field, and E-step just put that in there, pulled that out, and run that option on the outside with nobody out there.
Aiden E-step, 41 yards. For Mountain Grove, and now it's all of a sudden 29-6.
Yep.
Martin in for the point after. Rick, you can just see when he got to the outside, there was nobody on the Salem Tiger side.
Nope.
And he had pretty much a cakewalk. Martin with the point after. And it's 30-6. And Rick, this game changed with momentum at the halftime. It really did.
Yep.
Really did. Tigers had momentum in the first half. If they could have come out and got maybe an offensive set going, maybe picked up a few first downs, but right now.
At least kind of do down, take some time off the clock and get down the field.
Right now it's been all Mountain Grove. They had 4 first downs. They've got 2 touchdowns and a safety. And we still have 34 seconds left to go in the second quarter. And I don't think, knowing Coach Swafford, that they're done yet. If they can add to it, they will.
Yeah.
The Tigers trailing now by 24. Take nothing away from this defense, though, for Salem. I mean, Mountain Grove is such a diversified team when it comes to their play calling. Yes, they're running a lot of the same plays with Curtis up the gut. I get that. But E-step has so many options. When he keeps the ball, he can throw it, he can run it, he can flip it. Do virtually anything he wants to. Reverse it. He's that kind. Got that kind of flexibility. Comes into Brody Ray. Ray trying to return that ball, and he goes down. That ball might have come loose, Rick.
Nope, he got it.
I think he still got it.
Yep.
Looked like when he got swarmed under, it looked like somebody was trying to pull the ball out.
Maybe trying to pull that out of there. You're right.
Yeah. Yep. Number 82, I believe. Looked like he was trying to pull that ball out. Didn't know if it came out. We're just too far away to notice that, but it'll be 1st and 10 for Salem. Got some different Tigers in there, Ricky. Got some injuries. So with Land out, we got Du Bois out.
Okay.
So Tigers backfield right now, a little bit decimated.
True.
Ragsdale goes under center. Brody Ray back in that backfield, a tailback. Give it to Brody. Brody trying to break through the middle. He's still on his feet. Gets pulled up about 3 yards to about the 31. Be second down and about 6. Give him 4 yards.
Okay.
Down to 7 seconds left in this quarter, and that's pretty well going to do it. We played 3 quarters here at Salem at Bill Schuchart Stadium. It's the Panthers 30, Salem Tigers 6. Let's come back in 1 minute. It's Salem Tiger Sports on KSMO Media.
It's only because of our sponsors we're able to bring you Salem Tiger Sports and community events. Some of these great sponsors include Legends Automotive LLC, Salem License Bureau, Fly & W Boutique, the City of Salem, Salem Farm Equipment, VIP Properties, as well as Quick Tan and more. Be sure to thank these sponsors the next time you see them. It's only because of them we're able to bring you Salem Tiger Sports and community events.
Every project is different, which is why Salem Truss uses modern engineering software to design, then construct quality trusses for your home, barn, or business. The size of the job doesn't matter, but the quality of the work does, which is why Salem Truss will deliver their trusses anywhere. Proud to support the Salem community, they're open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 to 4:30 and Friday from 7:30 until 11. For more information, call Salem Truss at 729-9276.
Welcome back, Salem High School football field. Last kickoff, by the way, brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Willie Strader's your agent, 729-4941 at 1414 West Scenic Grove Boulevard. We did miss that one after Mountain Grove's last score. Sorry about that. All righty, Salem Tigers faced with a 2nd and 6. Malone has it up the middle. Big hole for Kaysen. He's still on his feet up to near the 50 and down to the 45-yard line. They kept trying to rip that ball out.
Yeah. Kaysen just kept going,
and
Stan.
they just kept going. Let's see what they finally do. Actually spot him down to 46. And that's 10, 15, 20, 24 yards.
Okay.
First down for Salem in the second half. If they could have had that on the first play coming out in the second half, Ricky,
we just needed
been a whole different, whole different feel to this half. A lot of ifs and maybes.
That's true.
Tigers are set. Hand off to May. May has a little bit of a hole, but he's not going to get much. He's going to get about 3, maybe 4. Hit there by the Mountain Grove Panther player number 10, Aiden Barb. Aiden Barb with the tackle. Gain of about 3.5.
Yeah.
Second down, we'll call it a short 7.
Yeah.
We're in the fourth quarter. Salem will be at Mountain View next week. Take on the Liberty Eagles at Mountain View. And we'll be there to bring it to you on KSMO Media. Let's see if we can get another first down on this drive.
I agree with you, Stan.
At least
Let's get something positive here.
Maybe 2.
Keep this drive going.
Maybe a touchdown.
Yeah.
Giving it to Malone again. Malone's not going to get much there. He is stood up by 3 Mountain Grove Panthers. No gain, maybe a foot. Bring up third down. It's still about 6. 10 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the fourth quarter of regulation time. Last week we had to say regulation time. It's been a long time since we had that overtime game. We found out against Martin. It was against
Versailles?
Versailles.
Yep. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Tom Dillon, for that.
Thanks, Tom, for helping us out on that one. Yeah.
That's been quite a few years. We haven't played Versailles in quite a few years.
We have not.
Hand off to Brody Ray. Brody Ray's trying to fight his way through a group of players. And he'll get a yard. So bring up fourth down and still 4. May as well go for it here.
That's true.
With 9:35 to go. Well, Tigers played outstanding first half. Give them a lot of credit. They just kept going back and forth with Mount Grove. And
they
give them
just
a lot of
kind of
credit.
went toe-to-toe for a while, yeah.
But the second half right now has been totally Panthers.
Yeah.
Big run by Malone. Been the big bright spot for Salem here in the second half. And then a little bit early jump.
They may give it the first
by
down.
Mountain Grove, and that's going to give Salem another first down.
Yeah, there you go. Nice job by the Tigers there. Kind of maybe change the cadence up a little bit and got them to jump.
You can do that. It's legal.
Yep. Yeah, you don't need to go on one all the time.
No. You should never go on one, really, unless you've never done it the whole night through and you got a special play plan.
Oh, let's go.
You know, and then you get up there and you send the first sound, go.
Yeah.
So the other team isn't ready for it. But
That's right.
once you do it, though, then that's surprise.
Don't do that no more.
The surprise is gone.
Yeah, that's right.
So it better be like a flea flicker or something else like that. Malone up the middle. He'll dive forward for 2, maybe 3. You can get 3 or 4 yards on every carry. You're going to get that first down.
That's right.
Casey Malone kind of getting the blunt of it right now. So Du Bois out and Land out.
Yeah. Kaysen is a senior, Stan.
I think I see Silas on the bench over there, and Land is on the bench over there. They're both kind of sitting there.
I see them there now. Yeah, they're. I don't think we're going to see them again tonight.
I would doubt it. I think concussion protocol is going to be on Will Land, so I don't think he's going to come back in. And maybe the same on Silas. Inside handoff to Brody Ray, but Titus White blocked a Panther right into
it. Yeah.
Into that running path, and that'll be a loss of 4. It might have been a blitz by that linebacker that Titus tried to pick up, and he just was by him before he could do anything. But, boy, he was in that backfield, and Titus was right with him. But
he was.
But then Brody ran right into him. Yeah. You're trying to go on the outside. I think that's what Brody was trying to do.
He wanted to get out.
If you can't pull that guy back in, and Titus couldn't, that's going to make it really rough. 3rd down and 11. Will we try and pass here? Ragsdale goes back to throw. Fires it deep down the field, and it is dropped off the fingertips of the Tiger player, Sapal. That was a good pass, Rick.
Well, it was. It was there, wasn't it?
It was right there, and Gavin just couldn't hang on. That might have been a touchdown pass.
That might have been, yeah. Now that we've seen that, like I say, that the defender was back there trying to go for the ball, and it was actually over him, but Gavin just couldn't bring it in.
And give credit there that the defensive back for Mountain Grove didn't push him.
No, he didn't.
He just
didn't
stayed with him.
Yeah,
I mean, up by 24 points, there's no need to get a foul.
True.
But at the same time, if the guy beats you, a lot of times it's just easy to kind of give him a little push or a little shove or even bump.
Yeah.
Down to 5 seconds on the play clock with 4th down. The Tigers are not ready. They got to burn a timeout. They were not ready. They came out of that huddle with only 8 seconds left, and there's no way they're going to get it done. Timeout. Call on the field brought to you by your friends at American Family Insurance. Jonah Schaefer happens to be your agent in the Crossroads Shopping Center. If you haven't visited Jonah, do so to find out more about home insurance, life insurance. You can also get car insurance, umbrella insurance, much, much more. 1104 South Main Street, 573-729-5165. Back in 30 seconds. Tiger football and KSMO Media.
Don't wait any longer for great dental care. Four Rivers Community Health Center specializes in helping individuals and families with Medicaid insurance. Need help applying for Medicaid? We have community health workers and navigators to make the process easy. Even if it's been years since you last visited the dentist, we can help. Our comfortable office, compassionate team, and minimally invasive treatments will help you feel completely at ease. Four Rivers Community Health Center. Your community, your health.
And here, KSMO Radio, Stan Stevens, Rick Hoyt, bringing you Salem Tiger football on a Friday night. Next week at Mountain View, and then the final regular season game, Ricky, at Kabul.
Yep.
And then districts.
In district time.
Halloween night, districts. 4th down, back to throw. Ragsdale fires that ball out, and it's, there should be pass interference, and there is on Mountain Grove, and that is on the man defending Sapal, and didn't quite catch his number, Rick.
I didn't either.
I thought it was Golden at first, but I'm not sure.
Number 8.
Nope, not Golden.
Dalton Shannon, Stan.
Okay, well, Shannon, they've still got the flag on the field, I guess.
First down.
And it's going to be a first down. It's a personal foul.
Yep.
The Mountain Grove, Salem's had one penalty in this game.
Wow.
Rick. That's
Wow.
65 yards in penalties.
Wow.
For Mountain Grove, and another first down for the Salem Tigers.
Okay.
So they've got a chance here. Ball at the 22-yard line. Keeping is Ragsdale, and Ragsdale's getting just popped. First, Malone tried to open up the hole for him, but then he actually ran into Kaysen. And I hope Hayden's okay, as he really got racked.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he took a shot there, Stan. He's okay.
Yeah, he's feeling it, Rick.
Oh, I'm sure he did. Yeah.
He's feeling it. Here, that's kind of a bone crusher. So, loss of a yard. 6:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Salem down by 24, 30-6. It was a 14-6 game going into the second half, and Mountain Grove scored 2 touchdowns. It got a safety, and those points have not been answered by the Salem Tigers.
No,
So they are at the 23-yard line. 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Ragsdale fires that ball in the middle of the field. There's nothing there, and a flag comes down.
The pass interference, Stan?
Pass interference against Mountain Grove. Flag was thrown down at the 15-yard line.
Okay.
So that should give Salem another
first down. Yep.
First down. That's halfway to the goal line, Ricky. That's 13 yards.
Maybe just outside the 10, Stan, from what I can see.
It's at the 12.
Okay.
So Salem now with 10 first downs in this game, Rick, which is not terrible. Ball at the 12-yard line. Ragsdale keeps it himself, trying to run behind the tackle, and he'll pick up about 3, maybe 4.
Okay.
Down to about the 8. Hayden took it himself, just rolled right off the inside, and another Tiger went down. Got back up, though. Titus White is really hobbling on that ankle, Ricky. He went down again and grabbed that ankle. And I think he's got both ankles wrapped, if I'm not mistaken. And he's right now our punter.
With a cast on.
With a cast on and 2 ankles wrapped. Kind of call him Frankenstein pretty soon. Piecing them together.
Yeah.
Tigers stay in the flex. Malone up the middle, trying to find some room. There wasn't much. He gets maybe a yard. They bring up third down. Not much room there at all. Third down and about 7 to get the first down, which could be gotten at the 2-yard line.
Yep.
Clock continues to tick. 4:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. Salem down by 24. 30-6. Handoff up the middle, and Malone dives forward. He's going to be a little shy.
Kaysen's a little short there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's got about 4, but he's going to need 3 more on fourth down. Going to move the ball right to the 5, and again, he needs to get down to the 2. Salem will obviously go for it here. Well, they could kick a field goal, except their
kicker's over there.
is sitting on the bench. Paxton Deason over there as well. Rick, so he's out of the game. So
we're getting thinner, Stan.
Yeah, we are getting thinner. All right. Fourth down and 3. And a little jump there again by Mountain Grove. By big number 78, Malachi Williams, and that's going to move it closer, but I don't think it'll give him a first down.
Be what at the 2.5.
It'll be very close,
very
but I
close.
don't think it's a first
Gonna
down.
be about a half-hour yard short,
I
Stan.
have to say so, Ricky.
Okay.
They're going to look at it real close, but if it was at the 5, it's 2.5.
Yeah.
And we have to get to the 2. It makes sense. It's not a first down, but they're talking about it.
Maybe their half's at the 2, Stan.
Well, I'm thinking we could see it right around the 5. It might have been inside the 5.
It could have been in the 5, yeah.
You know, we're not absolutely sure where at the 5, and now they moved the stick back to nothing. I guess they're asking, what are they doing?
I've seen the Safari official, Stan. I was over there, and he's got the down marker within probably
now he's
half
got
a
it.
yard.
Now he's got it right. But
Okay.
yeah, he had moved back out to the 5.
Oh, okay.
So the ball at the 2.5, 4th down and a half yard to go. Now they jump offside again, Ricky.
Then we can get it. Yeah.
9 penalties for 80 yards.
Wow.
Hand off to Ray. Ray trying to get the outside. Spins, turns, and I don't know if he got it.
I don't think he did, Stan.
You got to go direct. You can't go outside.
Can't go sideways. Yep.
And Brody tried to take it wide, and he couldn't get out there. And that'll turn the ball over on downs. No gain, actually a loss of a yard. You just have to turn, you know, I know he didn't see much out there, but you're not going to get outside guys that are faster than you are.
Nope.
And it just, at that point, I thought, go back to Cason or Ragsdale, just sneak it, get the first down.
Yeah.
At least, but that didn't happen. So the Tigers turn the ball over, 3:30 to go in this regulation time. Mountain Grove has the ball at their own 3-yard line. Giving that ball off and trying to find a little running room is Curtis. He'll get out to about the 8, maybe 9. Going to mark him at the 9, Rick. 2nd down and still about 3.5. Right now, Mountain Grove would be just very content, I would think, to run out the clock. To keep anybody else from getting hurt on either side.
True.
Down to 3 minutes left.
They take that.
And they're not in any hurry
down,
to run the next play.
Yeah. Play clock's down to 15, Stan. They got plenty of time.
Now they go under center. Again, handing that ball off and trying to get a little bit of running room for Mountain Grove. Breaking loose and still on his feet out to near the ball. Did the ball come loose, Rick? And the flag is down right around the 25-yard line. That's a heck of a run. And it's against Mountain Grove.
Is that an assist runner, Stan? I mean, I don't know.
It looked a little bit weird coming through. I mean, diving down underneath was Golden. Then he came out, and then he. Oh yeah.
There we see it.
But we saw that before.
We
and they
have
didn't
seen
call
it before. Yeah.
So helping the runner.
So we're gonna.
They'll mark it from where the ball is, I believe, Rick. It'll be a first down.
Okay.
I think. No. Well, they didn't do anything.
So we're going to
Maybe they picked the flag up.
Okay. So the head gain was what?
That's about 15 yards. 16 yards.
Okay.
Keeping it and running up the middle of the field and getting some room as he step. He'll get out to about the 34.
Going to put him down to 33, Stan.
Yeah, okay, 33. That'd be about a 7-yard, almost 8-yard gain. Yeah, 16 yards on that last one,
Gotcha.
Ricky, a first down.
Okay.
Down to 2:05 left to go in the ball game at this stage. I'm pretty sure we can safely say that. Salem will go to 2-5. Mountain Grove goes to 6-1 on the season. I'm really surprised right now, Rick. They haven't brought in some other guys.
True, me too.
Flip it back outside, try to turn the corner is Golden, and he is going to get the first down out to about the 40-yard line. A 5-yard gain and a first down. Well, 1:35 still to go in this one. So the Tigers will have to get healthy again before next week when they go to Mountain View. Got a lot of guys beat up.
Yep.
Including most of your backfield.
Yeah. Yeah, almost all of it. Yeah, almost.
And hopefully it'll be okay. I know Ray Cunningham got hit and hurt last week, so. Handoff up the middle. Curtis still on his feet, gets hit. Taken down by Sapon Smith. Gain of 6, down to a minute to go, Rick.
Okay.
They could take a knee here and let the game come to an end.
That puts Mr. Curtis at 200 on the nightstand.
Tough night.
Let's see if they take
He has run the ball hard. Yes, they will. They will take the knee. But Ricky, no turnovers in this game.
Nope.
By either team. Kind of just waiting for the clock to end. They can actually walk off the field because play clock won't make it. There's 15 seconds left. And both teams know it. Game is over. Mountain Grove will win this one by a final score of 30-6 after scoring basically 16 unanswered points in that third quarter, Rick. And that led them to this win of 30-6 over the Salem Tigers. Again, Salem drops to 2-5 on the season. Mountain Grove improves to 6-1, and they still lead the SCA with a perfect 5-0 record. So they have played some very good football this year. Really can't take anything away from them, Rick, when you've got a team, and this is a very talented team, guys. And we're talking about some great running, and we're going to give you some individual statistics on that. But the Mountain Grove Panthers did all this. Did they complete a pass? I don't think they did.
No,
did they?
Neither team. Neither team completed a pass.
Wow. And, well, we used to see stuff like this all the time.
Yeah, we
did. There were quite a few passes thrown in this game. And nonetheless, though, it all comes right back to controlling the game, man. That's what Mountain Grove did.
Yeah.
I thought Salem did a great job in the first half, keeping it neutral. It was going back and forth.
Yeah.
But in the second half, definitely all Mountain Grove as they win it. Final score, again, 30 for the Panthers, 6 for the Salem Tigers. We got our post-game show coming up in just a moment, being brought to you by United Country Salem Realty. And again, we always thank them for being our sponsor for the post-game show and halftime stats, and really they do a great job. If you want to stick around for that, we're going to bring that to you in about 3 minutes. That's United Country Salem Realty's post-game show. Babette Wells, your broker owner, 573-729-3148. Back in 3 minutes, Tiger football on KSMO Media.
Your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate planning, probate, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in our community support, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Brian Martin in Salem.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters, located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
It's only because of our sponsors we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. Some of these sponsors include Town and Country Bank, one of America's best regional banks in 2025 as ranked by Newsweek. United Country Salem Realty, Hub's Tire Center, On the Spot Auto Glass, Ozark Overhead Door, Looking Glass Salon, and the Technology Junkyard. Thanks to these sponsors, we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
From our yard into your home. At Can Oak, Missouri in Salem, we specialize in superior kiln-dried lumber and hardwood flooring built to last. Choose from red oak, white oak, and hickory. Ask about grade lumber and special orders for straight line ripping and custom widths. Visit us at 435 County Road 6430 or call 573-729-3310. Can Oak, Missouri. High-end quality wood, locally made.
Welcome back to the Salem High School football field. Stan Stevens, Rick Hoy with you here. Well, Salem Tigers, they do lose to the Mountain Grove Panthers, Rick, but you've got to give a lot of credit to the Salem Tigers that first half. This could have been anybody's game coming into the second half. If Salem could have gotten some offense going initially, and could have scored a touchdown in the second half. I would love to have seen what would have happened if it had been a 2-point or 1 point or even a tied game at that point. Not to say Mountain Grove still wouldn't have won the game. Right. Not to take anything away from them. They played a very good game. But Salem played a very good game, too. No passing yardage in this game against Mountain Grove. No. Against one of the better passers in the SCA in Aiden Eastep. He's a very good passer. Now, a couple balls were dropped. But Salem had a couple balls that were dropped.
So if you look at, like, say, in Eastep, like you say, I mean, we're used to him kind of putting the ball up in the air a little bit.
We are.
And, like I say, and he only put the ball up 6 times here tonight, Stan. So, didn't complete a pass. But, we're used to, I really thought that they would come in here. I really thought that they probably thought they could just come in here and pound Salem in the running game, and they didn't need to throw the ball at all.
But they did. But they threw how many passes? 6, 7?
Yeah, they threw 6. Yeah, and he only threw 1 in the second half.
Well,
so
he didn't need to.
but I mean that's I got to hand it to the Salem Tigers, and even as a whole tonight, Stan. I know we got a lot of kids that are injured, and hopefully those kids will be okay. But but I got to hand it to them. They hung in there with a very, very good football team.
So, here we are talking about you're 2-5, and you're thinking, man, it's been a rough. It's been a rough year, but last week, comeback win, second half, we came back, and then we beat Willow Springs in overtime. Okay, that's not Mountain Grove, but here you held Mountain Grove to 14 points in the first half. You held Willow Springs to 12 in the first half. Willow Springs is not Mountain Grove.
That's right.
But you still did it. And the thing was, you were able to score and keep the game close at halftime. So look at it now. Again, we're looking at the progression. Now, grant you, we got a few guys that got banged up a little bit tonight. All right. Okay. Hopefully they got a good chance to heal, come back against Mountain View next week. Let's hope all that happens.
True.
But if it doesn't, they can come back for Kabul. That's more of an important game Kabul is than the Mountain View game is at this stage. Because that can set up the possibility of a home game in district play against Kabul. Now, again, it's no guarantee. But the idea is with that third win, you're in good
position.
I would say it probably depends on what the other teams do this week. But if you have that third win, and they're still at 1 win below us, Ricky, you're assuring yourself of a home district game. I can't remember the last time Salem's had a home district game.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's been few years, Dan.
Few years, yes. Yes, I don't know if Tom has that off the top of his head, but it's been a while. Let's talk about some of the stats of the game, Ricky. First off, got to give Mountain Grove a lot of credit for their running game, and a lot of credit goes to Braden Curtis, their fullback. He got popped a couple times. He got hurt and came back in. He continued to run the ball. He had a heck of a night.
Yeah, you're right, Stan. And I got to hand it to him. Like I say, Stan, they put the ball in his hands, Stan, 26 times tonight for right at 200 yards. That's an unofficial, but that's what we got for him. The second one, Stan, is Aiden Eastep, Stan. He had 8 carries for 114. Eli Golden Stan had 5 carries for 58. Caden Murphy Stan had 5 carries for 37. So they ended up with 409 yards of rushing on the night.
409 yards rushing and zilch.
And 0, like
passing.
you say, Eastep Stan put the ball up 6 times, did not complete a pass here tonight. So you're right. They ended up with 409 total yards of offense.
First downs, Mountain Grove had 16, and Mountain Grove had no turnovers. Salem had no turnovers, by the way. But Mountain Grove had 9 penalties for 80 yards. I'm sure Coach Swafford is not going to be happy with that.
No.
2 pass interference calls almost on back-to-back plays. Yeah. He's really not going to be happy with that. And you know that they're looking to take this district. Now, they're the same district Salem is.
Right.
They're looking to win this district out so they get a bye.
Yeah.
And if they got any beat-up kids, they get a whole week off to heal.
Yeah.
Now, that's a big deal when it comes to district time.
Yeah, you want to try to, like you say. I mean, if you can go in and get a bye stand, if you got some kids nicked up, that gives you 2 weeks to get ready for that
You
first
bet
round.
it does.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Mountain Grove, these games are important to them too.
Yeah.
Somebody said, well, they've already got the SCA pretty well wrapped up. Yeah, they really do.
Yep.
At 5-0, they pretty well have it wrapped up. There's still 2 more SCA games for them, but I can't see them losing to anybody from this stage on. But that doesn't mean it can't happen.
That's right.
It can always happen. But tonight, they really proved what they can do, especially in that second half when they really just stopped Salem almost in their tracks. On those first 2 possessions in the second half. Salem got nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then Mountain Grove was able to come back and got a touchdown. And then on the second time, the Salem Tigers kind of shot themselves in the foot and snapped the ball over Will Land's head and the safety. That made it 16-6. And so once that happened, then we had to kick the ball back to him. Mountain Grove went down the field and scored. That was pretty well the ball game there.
Yeah.
But give Tigers credit. They did not stop, and they came back out in the fourth quarter, still tried to drive, got down to the 2, couldn't put it in, but give them credit. Had they scored on that one, Ricky, I mean, it's not going to change the game, but at least they got down to the 2-yard line without most of their weapons. And give a little credit where credit's due. Give the Tigers a little credit. But if a couple passes could have been caught, it would have been great. You never know what's going to happen if that happens. True. But again, it's improvement. It continues to improve. And I think if anybody's watching the Salem Tiger football from game 2 or 3, after game 3, which was a disaster, to now, it is a big change.
Big change. Yeah, big change.
All right, so go ahead and talk about some Salem Tigers.
Yeah, let's go with the leading carrier tonight. Is going to be Silas. He carried the ball 15 times for 130 yards. Casey Malone Stan had 6 carries for 34 yards. Alton May had 4 carries for no yards. Will Lanstan, that poor guy got beat up here tonight. He had 5 carries for a -3. Hayden Stan had 3 carries for a -4, and Brody Ray had 4 carries for 1. So we had 158 yards of rushing on the night.
And that's total yards of offense, by the way. 10 first downs for Salem, no turnovers, and 1 penalty for 5 yards. 1 penalty for 5 yards. We did have some kickoff penalties, but we can't measure yardage on those.
True.
Because they have their own distinctive penalty to them.
Yep.
All right, very good. So 30-6, Mountain Grove wins it. When we return in 2 minutes, we'll wrap things up here from the Salem High School football field. It's the Tigers falling to Mountain Grove 30-6. It's Tiger football on KSMO Media.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Because when you feel totally protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Bundle auto, home, and life and save up to 25%. American Family Insurance.
It's only because of our incredible sponsors we're able to bring you Salem Tiger Sports and community events. A couple of those sponsors include Discount Bins in Salem. Discount Bins has truckloads of new merchandise each week, and the prices drop every day until they're gone. Jet Tire and Auto, Salem's only licensed Lucas Oil Service Center. Drive in today at 800 South Park Avenue right here in Salem. Thanks to these fine sponsors, we're able to bring you Salem Tiger Sports and community events.
We're ready, Stan.
Let's take a look at that scoring from the night's football game, SCA contest. And first quarter, there was no score, Rick. No scoring whatsoever.
Yep.
Salem Tigers and Mountain Grove Panthers played a scoreless first quarter, and that was at the 9:03 mark of the second quarter where Mountain Grove got their first touchdown. We saw a lot of good ball possession by both teams in that first half, and it was Eli Golden on an 8-yard run at the 9:03 mark for Mountain Grove. A 7-0 lead resulted after the kick by Martin was good. And then the Salem Tigers, again, had a drive, couldn't quite get it done, had to punt the ball away, and Mountain Grove took over and had another pretty decent drive. Now, this one, again, I say decent drive because it was short punt, gave them the ball, and they were taking it from, I think we talked about it, right around the 43-yard line, somewhere right in there. It was after the real short punt. So, anyway, nonetheless, though, it was Mountain Grove moving the ball down the field, and they looked like they were trying to take all the time off the clock and get in there, and they just didn't quite get it done. With 1:58 to go, it was Braden Curtis, their fullback, going in from 8 yards out. The kick after by Martin was good, 14-0 at that point. And as Rick and I mentioned as we came back to play, wouldn't it be nice to get some points on the board before halftime for Salem? That's exactly what they did. Silas DuBois with a 60-yard run at the 107 mark. The kick after was blocked, 14-6 our score, and that's the way it was at halftime. In the second half, Salem Tigers got the initial kickoff, really couldn't do anything. They gave the ball to Mountain Grove, but Mountain Grove couldn't get anything done. So the Salem Tigers got the ball back, and again, Ricky, the offense was just stagnant in those first couple possessions especially. And then the snap went over the head of Will Land, who was trying to punt the ball, went into the end zone, and Will came back and kicked that ball out of the end zone for a safety. And at the 6:01 mark, it was 16-6 Mountain Grove. Then Will had to kick the ball off. Ball went out of bounds at the 46-yard line, and that's where Mountain Grove took over. And they took a 54-yard drive, and on an Eli Golden 5-yard run, Mountain Grove went up at the 2:48 mark of the third quarter, 23-6 after the kick was made by Martin. And then with 34 seconds left, as the Tigers then threw 3 passes, Rick, it took no time off the clock, basically at all. Tigers had to punt again, and this time it was Aiden Estep taking it 41 yards for the touchdown with 34 seconds left to go in the third quarter, and I made it 30-6, and that's our final score here tonight. And again, Mountain Grove goes to 6-1 on the season. They're 5-0 in the SCA. Salem Tigers 2-5, and they are 1-3 in the. 1-4 in the SCA. So tough sledding.
Yep.
But the Salem Tigers will be in Mountain View next week. We'll be there to bring it to you on KSMO beginning at 7 o'clock, 6:30 with Tiger Talk coach Neil Myers. And again, we hope you'll join us for that one, be it in person down in Mountain View, Liberty. And don't forget their football field is back by the old school. And by the airport and the fog.
There you go, the airport and the fog.
The fog area. So, yeah, we'll be down that way on Friday night, and we'll hopefully have you there with us. If you can't make it, though, you can catch it right here on KSMO Media, be it the radio side, AM 1340 or FM 95.7, or on KSMORadio.com, KSMO Stream Facebook, and KSMO YouTube. For our Ben, who does all the video controls here, we really do appreciate the great job that he does, and he does all the graphics as well. Unbelievable. To Kenny, he's probably the best cameraman that anybody doesn't pay. And Sally is back at the station.
Yeah.
And we really do appreciate her spinning the knobs and twirling the dials and getting the job done. For all of you who join us, we really do appreciate that. Tigers put a little scare in Mountain Grove tonight. but finally fell by a final score of 30-6. Have yourselves a great weekend. Don't forget Missouri and Alabama tomorrow, 11 o'clock on KSMO. That's going to be one you don't want to miss. And then Blues hockey right after that with Calgary starting at 3 o'clock, 2:30 with a pregame show. I'll probably join that one in progress after Missouri Tiger football. Have a great weekend and good night from the high school football field.
Thank you for tuning into this broadcast of Salem Tiger Sports. Tonight's game wouldn't be possible without these incredible sponsors: Town and Country Bank, Farm Bureau Insurance, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa, Mooney Auto Supply, Town Screen LLC, Taxmasters, Town and Country Insurance, Southwest Baptist University, Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Joe Brand and Leah Nash, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, United Country Salem Realty, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, American Family Insurance, Hubs Tire Center, Looking Glass Salon, Candy Mink and Katie Cardi, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center Incorporated, On the Spot Auto Glass, Ozark Overhead Door, Shelter Insurance, Jet Tire and Auto, The Technology Junkyard, Legends Automotive LLC, Salem License Bureau, Prevention Consultants of Missouri, Riverways Federal Credit Union, Discount Bins, Flying W Boutique, Healthy Dent County, the City of Salem, VIP Properties, Salem Farm Equipment, Living the Dream Outdoor Properties, Quick Tan and more, Four Rivers Community Health Center and Rocking G Western Trading Post. Thank you for watching tonight's game of Salem Tiger football, right here on KSMO Media.